Welcome everyone to Random Game Wednesday. We're back, and we're back with special guest Jeff.
I've returned.
We have Jeff after years and years of being away, and maybe it's only been a few weeks. And also joined with my other battle buddy Daryl.
Hello.
And we are back to Undead Legacy. We've been waiting for Jeff to get back, and none of us remember what the hell we're doing. So
yeah. That's the best part.
Welcome.
Right into the mix and go.
Yeah, so, should be fun. If I remember correctly, we'll check when we get in here, but if I remember correctly, we had not died yet, so that was a good thing.
Correct. And we were doing pretty good. I remember we were getting lucky in certain regards with drops and whatnot.
Yeah, we were getting some cool stuff, if I remember right.
But I honestly couldn't tell you exactly what stage we're at. Oh, I see it.
All right, you're here. I need to. Hopefully, we're live. Anybody see if we're live?
Yep.
Oh, hey, what the hell? I'm out in the middle of the street.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Well,
I don't know what you're doing.
Still have 0 deaths. How the hell did that happen? Did we crash? Did we crash the last time? We must have crashed and said, "Oh, I guess that's it."
So we're all going to be in fun spots.
Yeah, okay. Well, the good news is it's only like 12:26.
Okay.
So
we should be fine.
So we should be okay. Let me see if I can...
I'm fighting off Undead now.
All right. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's been a while. I got a knife in my hand. No deaths. Do I have a gun? Did we get guns? We got a gun. I have a gun. All right.
Yeah, somebody's some basic stuff.
Somebody's screaming over here.
Who's screaming?
I don't know. It's
a zombie.
I can hear it in the distance. I'm trying. I got my laptop, and unfortunately, I don't have.
I'm in. I'm in the street as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, here, let me get you going. Oh, Jeff has 2 deaths already.
What?
It actually says you have 3 deaths. This must be the wrong game. It has you as 3.
Oh yeah, this is the one where I died.
Oh, this is the one where you got your
Little Piggies game.
You got your
this
name
is my
for
Bacon Bits game.
Bacon Bits. All right.
Bacon Bits. Yeah, I got nothing on me.
Well,
I'm hungry, starving, and I feel like a piece of bacon right now.
All right.
Well, I guess. All right. Well, let me see.
Jump out of this one.
Can you? Well, yeah. I'll go ahead and I don't know
out.
how you are. You almost loaded, Daryl? I'd hate to. I don't want to mess yours up.
It's
Jumped out.
leaving and loading configs now.
All right, I'll give you a second here. So, welcome to Amateur Hour on Undead Legacy. I blame Jeff. So, it's been gone too long. I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
Guy's been gone.
I can't get the YouTube channel up on my laptop because my laptop's trying to use Edge, and it's not. All right, Daryl, I'm just gonna have to let you.
Yeah, just nuke it. It's fine.
All right, just nuke it. And you got the chat, so you can see the chat.
Correct.
All right, continue game. Oh, hey, Mark, Daryl, Jeff. Well, that's what we just did because it moved to the top. Okay, so that's 5. Oh, it's probably this one says Daryl, Jeff, and Mark. 6.
Yeah, that's probably.
Because 6 is after 5. So let's try that one and see what that one does.
Because we might not have been streaming that.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Maybe we didn't stream.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that might have been the one we started off the next one and said yeah, we were talking about Joe, we're back. Welcome, Joe. I don't have my chat going.
Good evening.
You've been our motivation to jump on here. Jeff's back with us.
I'm back. I'm back in the saddle again.
Back in black.
Think.
So, Joe.
My issue with TeamSpeak is.
You got an issue with TeamSpeak? God, it's driving me crazy.
I have the 32-bit version for some reason, so I might pop out for a second and see if the 64-bit works better.
All right.
Let's check.
Fine. Just go away. It comes back for a couple minutes.
And strolling like, hey, if you're experiencing versions, please consider upgrading the 64-bit version. And I'm like, maybe that's the source.
Maybe that's a static. Okay, this is better.
Okay.
I am in a base.
There you go.
Okay, so but I don't have any light. So, but I'm in a base. It is 228. Okay, this looks better. This looks a little bit better.
Day 18, yeah, I think it's
just says
south.
that he's been
Johnny.
waiting. LOL.
Yeah, it's been pretty noob-tastic. There's a good reason you're waiting, though. It's a reason you'll probably like, Joe. I've been busy this morning. I actually had an interview with the CEO of DOF Reality. So we did a live, well, not live, I guess just a recorded interview. That will be on the channel soon. It's the first CEO I've ever had. So we were chatting all things DOF Reality. So got that done and tried to get over here and get this set up ASAP. And there you go. That's where we're at. So anyhow, so that hopefully, I'm hoping to go live with it. I think we recorded it pretty well. It won't need a lot of editing. And yeah. So sorry about that. We tried to get here as soon as we could, and then I couldn't get my joystick to work, and I couldn't. Yeah, it was just terrible. So anyway, we're here now, though. I figured you had things to catch up with us on. You said you would fill me in on all your happenings on the next live stream. So here we are. Hey, I got the.
I am in
chat. Okay, you're in.
Wow, where have you already been?
Hey, that looks better.
You need to mute your laptop, sir.
Oh, is the laptop doing something?
Yep.
Well, how the hell do I... Oh, yeah, I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just paused it. It's the other button next to that. Right up a little.
Got it.
There.
All right, there we go. So this is the live stream?
Yeah, you still
want
to play it.
I don't want to do that, though, because...
You can't read the chat.
I can't read the whole point is to read the chat with Joe and everybody else. Again, welcome to Noob Streaming. Have you ever wanted to live stream on YouTube, but seems too complicated? It is.
Play it, Mark. You gotta play it too.
Oh, I gotta play. Oh God, it's like watching Three Stooges here. Okay. Think who am I? I'm Curly. Oh, great. Now. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no, your Joe says any discount codes.
No, I don't think so. In fact, so did you get your, we actually do discuss pricing quite a bit. What the heck? This thing is just doing weird stuff. Don't cuss. You're live. I'm like on and
adult content.
It says adult content, really?
Or no, not adult, but you said mature viewers or mature viewing.
Yeah. Someday we'll get mature viewers. We've yet to achieve that because we don't have mature streamers.
T-Dub's on.
T-Dub! All right, now what's going on?
Says, hello,
now
guys.
I got no chat.
Trust you are all well and welcome back to
your channel.
And then now, man, this is a mess. What a cluster. This is not how they always start. Hey, T-Dub. All right, so we got Jeff back, although I don't see the chat now. So, are you getting any chat? I got no chat.
Ooh.
Oh, and now Daryl's throwing stuff across the room. Oh, my. Okay. Let's see what we got here.
It just says he'll be right back.
Oh, of course. All right, what? I got no chat. Oh, there it is. Now it's back. Okay, so now I still can't read that very well. Okay. Well, T-Dub, what's up, man? Greetings from across the pond. Well, the good news is it's not morning yet. Does anybody have any freaking clue what we were doing?
I'm pretty sure I was mining.
All right, I'm thirsty.
Yeah,
hey,
we were really hurting for data.
Data, we're always
remember that.
Data. Yeah. How do I know my health and my food? I don't have a little bar down there. We've been playing Alpha 21 now. I'm all discombobulated. It's like, where's my food bar?
Where's my info? That's right. God. The UI is completely different.
21 is bad news there, Jeff. Really bad news. Just FYI. I have no idea. It's okay. It's morning. I don't know what's going on.
I
got a...
Know Your Joe said, by the way, sent Jeff an email. 1, not 3. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Good on you. Oh, these are all Daryl's. Art of Mining, Oil. Wow, Daryl's spoiled. Wasteland treasures. Does that mean water? That might be me. All right. So he's got a mining. He's got a fireman's almanac so he can stop, drop, and roll. Pumpkin pie recipe. If you guys remember where we were Feel free to let us know in the chat because I'm so confused. All I know is nobody's died and Daryl hasn't joined the team yet. Here you go. 0 deaths.
I don't have an invite to the team.
I sent it. I
got nothing. Looking.
I can only remove. I got no box to plus because I already plussed. I guess it's gonna have to time out. So
I just received an invite from.
Damn it.
Oh,
you're not the leader.
I'm not the leader. Jeff comes rolling in a month late and he takes over everything. I see how this is. I see how this goes.
P-Dub says we are good over here. Thanks.
Good.
Animal print pan's out of control.
Oh my.
And Red Bro with the afro.
Jeff, you're out of control, sir. So we're waiting for Joe. Joe's got a story to tell us because we were trying to get him the motion platform before the prices went up. I haven't looked, but I'm assuming they went up. And yeah. Do I have any skills? How do you play this? Yeah, we've been playing Alpha 21. While Jeff was gone, we played the new one, and so now I'm totally lost in what the hell I'm doing. I don't have a clue. I'm so.
That's the fun part.
I got 1 perk point. That's good. Can't spend it where I want it. All right. I think we were talking about ballistic stick. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. All right. I guess let's take inventory of the house first. How are we looking in our... Okay, so there's a zombie down there. All right, so we have... Okay. Looks like we've got at least a platform, but no bird cage out there. Oh, we haven't even finished the... We didn't even finish the platform out here. Okay, well, let's go get into some trouble. I hear you. Where are you? Oh. Is anybody at the house, by the way, or am I by myself? Nope, he's running fast. Get off me. I'm going to shoot you.
4 kilometers north of us.
Man.
How is that
What happened?
possible?
What? Who? What? When?
Where? You're in a different place.
Yeah. Where are you, Mark? How far away are we showing to you?
That's right. I was in the new city. That's why this one isn't done. Because I left you guys to come
there you are.
Scrap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you are 4 kilometers to the looks like the east.
That's right. Now it's all coming back to me. So I'm really on my own apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's take a look here. I am to okay, the racetrack's there, bicycle and motorcycle. That's right. So if I can get to motorcycles, we found a few motorcycles that don't need a lot to repair, and there you guys are. So I'm way to the east in a new city with a big central city area. I think I was trying to get data. I think that's what I was trying to do. So, okay. Now it's starting to make sense.
Yeah, I'm going to try one more thing with my audio. I'll be right back.
All right. I guess I'll go get...
User disconnected from your channel.
Data? I need water. That's why there's not a whole bunch of stuff in here. It's like, this is weird. This doesn't look like a normal Jeff thing. All right. I do have some water, I assume. Yes. I can't make red teas yet.
And I can make red teas.
Yeah.
Know your Joe's back.
All right, Joe. What's going on? Where we last left our hero Joe, he was trying to get a motion platform before the price went up. Did he achieve said goal? Okay, why do I have so much weird stuff here? All right. Crude axe.
Oh, no, Joe says, did you tell Jeff I sent him an our email? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Jeff's having some audio issues still.
Just struggling with some stuff. Okay. What am I doing with all... Was I coming back for some reason, or... I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I think I was going to continue to collect data. So I got stuff. This must be the trip home. I got stuff for you guys. Motorcycle wheel. That's right. We got to get back to the old weight system. How do I repair this? Does it take a? It does take a thingy. This I think I can repair with just a rock. All right. Well. Oh no, I have to use a primitive repair kit for that.
User entered your channel.
That might be the man, the myth. Oh, that sounds
I will
better.
need to do more work.
I don't hear the static.
Okay, cool. Also need to do some more work. It's more like magic is involved.
Okay. Well, that's true with anything.
Yeah.
Anything tech related. Okay. So what are we doing? But yeah, we're waiting to hear Joe's story on whether he got the motion platform or not. Were you around for all that craziness where I told him about the increased price on the DOF and all?
No.
All right.
I know the prices went up.
Yeah, they got rid of those long-term discounts that they've had. So anyways, Joe didn't know, and I was trying to help him out, save him a couple $500. All right. I'm going to go for data until we find out if it's a horde night. If it's a horde night, I'm going to have to get back. Daryl, you're hurt.
Yeah, that happened a while ago.
All right. I don't really know where I'm at, but hey.
Oh, don't back up that hill. There's a dog up there.
Oh, that wolf, yeah. Or that dog, yeah, I see him. Oh, yeah, and there's a zombie right by that tree, too.
Yeah, it's the POI.
A Doberman, yeah.
So Joe said, did you tell Jeff about the email? And I said that I did.
Uh-huh.
He said, thanks.
You're not telling us what's going on there, Joe. Oh, that's not good water. That's murky water that I just grabbed. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay.
Bike. Gotta go.
Okay, we're still 0 deaths. Let's try to keep that up.
Oh, show.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, so Joe says found a P6 for sale locally.
Right.
About 2.5 hours away. Sent y'all emails and responded back and forth with Mark. Since I don't have Facebook, I asked my sister to reach out to them so I could go see it.
And how'd that work out?
T-Dub says, I'm not too happy. I've always considered DOFs an expensive luxury low down on my priority list. Then I watched Mark's 4090 video and my wallet has been twitching ever since.
I have that effect apparently on people. I don't know why y'all keep watching my videos. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, but seems like it always costs you guys money when you do that. It's going to get worse. Wait till the new one. So I was telling Joe, I actually just finished my I was privileged enough to do an interview with the CEO of DOF Reality today, Igor, and we talked for, I don't know, about an hour and a half, and he basically announced kind of the roadmap of where DOF's going. So they're definitely still innovating. There's a lot of stuff that they're still working on. So should be exciting.
It's a fun time to be in the industry.
Yeah. Jeff doesn't even know all the secrets yet. I haven't even told him yet.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
You know.
It probably means more for me, so.
Probably.
Don't tell Jeff yet.
No, I don't
documentation.
Trying to think if it. No, I don't think it's going to impact any of the SRS stuff.
Okay, cool.
So, in a nutshell, what they're doing is so you guys get the scoop because you're here on the live stream. All the people that wait for the video won't know. Their goal is to make it easier to assemble. And so what they've done now is, you know how the SFU gears or the SFU motors kind of move up and down in relation to wherever it rotates and pivots? So they've come up with a way. They've got kind of a drive shaft design that's kind of like what you'd see on a 4-wheel drive, like a high, you know, like the axles, and how you kind of have that middle U-joint that allows it to have extreme angles. They're doing that where they're going to be solid, and then they've got this new drive shaft that's going to still allow the SFU gearbox to work. And
that's cool.
What that's going to allow them to do is they found a magnetic brake system that will lock the unit in place when
cool.
not in use. So they found a way to counter that issue with everything being so loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
And so the end goal is, you know, they've been listening to the customers, and they're trying to, they're basically trying to alleviate any of the pain points.
That's awesome.
So that's just a little bit.
That's really cool.
And then what they're hoping to do is make it to where, with all that set up, they can start shipping them assembled, a lot more assembled, so a lot less work for the end user.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of where they're headed to in a nutshell. It's kind of neat to hear all that stuff. So
yeah, that's the one thing about DOF, right? And Igor is like he's always working on the new revisions, which is great.
Okay.
Yay!
Not Hornet.
Yeah, but that's why I love DOF, and
yeah,
that's why I love still working with them, and I love the whole concept of DOF, right?
Yeah, constant innovation. He's constant. He said that they try to come out with a major thing every 6 months, and obviously the last one was the SFUs and all that stuff, and so yeah, it's really been. It was a really interesting conversation, a lot of fun. Answered a lot of questions. He kind of gave me a background history on how he met Gilbert and those guys, and also how he hooked up with the Ukraine. How the company really got started. So
yeah,
it was
that's
really
awesome.
cool.
I can't wait to see it. That's gonna be a good video.
Yeah, it's cool. And like I said, he invited you for the future ones. He wants to start doing them on a more regular basis. And
let's do it.
Basically have just discussions. I told him, if we get good enough, who knows, we can
Podcast
do it live, do a live stream.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Be able to
I
do
love
it.
talking, like I could talk for freaking ever on this stuff. Yeah, I know.
Gotta come out of your shell, Jeff.
It's hard to get me to start talking sometimes.
I know. Daryl noticed that too, right, Daryl?
What?
Jeff just.
You let me talk?
Oh.
Shut up, Daryl.
Who let you talk? Back in your cave.
We're talking here.
So
yeah, that would be fun. I'll do that.
What? So I'm still waiting. I want to hear the story. Did you go look at the new one there, Joe? Did you? He sent me pictures. It looked okay. I mean, obviously, it's hard to tell from photos.
Hold on. Joe says when she looked it up, it now said pending sale on the ad. Was there for 7 days. The night I found it, I reached out the following morning, and now it says pending sale, so no dice. I was going back and forth on the funds things for some time.
Yeah.
They tend to sell fast. Like when I sold my P6, I know I sold it in value, but it sold that night.
Yeah.
I put it up. It was immediately sold.
Yeah. This one
so
looked
it depends
okay.
on what the people are asking. Yeah.
How much did you sell yours for, if you don't mind me asking, just out of curiosity?
Being stuff.
Oh, he conveniently cuts out. You notice that when I ask him about money? Mike cuts out.
It was around, let's say, 3,800.
Okay.
In the end. It was probably worth more than that, but I would have to get it sold.
Well, the good news is, Joe, at this point they've already gone up in price, but it sounds like within a few weeks this new design's coming out. So it's right around the corner. So it might be worth, waiting to see what's going to happen. They're also going to do an all-in-one solution with, I think they're coming up with a Sparco seat that they're going to include.
Nice.
Or that's going to be an option. He's like, it's going to be Sparco. It's not a knockoff. It's a Sparco seat. I'm like, that's a high end.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
So I'm sure that's not going to be included in the price that it's at now, because Sparco is actual race stuff. So
yeah. Actually, I had one for a short period.
Did you?
It just didn't fit well for me and my shoulders.
And
then I went back to the Energy, and I was like, this is perfect. So why am I... I'd still like to have one for the name, because it's like, Nike versus Adidas.
Sure. That's Adidas.
Exactly, but I'm fine with it for now.
I love mine, but Daryl's concerned that my DX racer's not working.
Well, it's got a little bit of. It's. I don't know how to really describe it. It's not really built well enough to withstand.
DX Racer, if you're listening, that's Daryl's personal opinion. Feel free to send me any free merchandise you want.
It's just, I don't think it's tough enough. I don't think it's strong enough. I think that there's some hinge issues. The hinges are starting to wear out.
That's what I got you here for, dude.
Yeah. It's something that I've been working on off and on, trying to find a better solution for that and how I could somehow integrate it into that. Not as easy. Anyway,
well, I wouldn't give you the easy. I can do the easy stuff.
Yeah, you don't say. T-Dub says, my ISP just crashed. Have I missed the conversation? Well, Mark and Jeff don't stop talking ever until I jump in and then talk until I run out of air and then they talk over me. Anyways, Joe says, was on the DOF site at 11 p.m. looking at the stuff, and in between pages, the prices went up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I warned you, sir. I told you. I did my best
we
to
just
help.
got insulted somehow, though.
Oh, by Daryl or by?
I don't know. Stream of consciousness. We're always talking. If we keep it up, Daryl can't say anything again. So.
Yeah, no. Just keep him quiet. Digging. That's probably a Daryl thing. Sometimes I don't think he likes us. I don't know.
He does. He does. We're just too demanding, and we talk all over him. So.
I'm not demanding.
It's just hard to get my voice in. That's all.
Yeah.
Which, for the most part, I don't care. But I'm the voice of the viewers.
You are the voice of the viewers.
So I have to speak up for.
You're not
T-Dub
interjecting yourself per se. It's for the viewers.
That's correct.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. It's good that you guys have a voice out there, and that voice is Daryl.
You're welcome.
Shut up, Daryl. Oh. God, I missed you guys.
Yep.
Oh, hey, this stuff doesn't blow up when I pick it up. What the hell?
I know.
God.
Stays around.
All right, so we don't need any backpacks, I'm assuming. I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. Just trying not to die.
Wait. Hold on. So Joe says, was glad I had completed the purchase a couple hours earlier, but now...
Oh.
But now they are going up with a new version? Dang.
DOF Reality will always come out with a new version, so you don't wait.
He said did make it before the prices went up, though. Barely. It changed at 12 Eastern time, not Central.
Yeah. Okay, so you did get it. You did get it with the previous... Good. Congratulations. Yeah, because these new changes I don't think are going to come at a... I mean, if you're worried about money, I don't think these new units are going to be cheap. I think they're probably going to be more expensive because I think he's starting them on the P series. And, because they'll still have inventory they'll need to get rid of. I mean, that's just part of business. So, but yeah, we'll get that whole interview out. You can watch it. But good, congratulations. You got an H2 or an H3? What'd you get? What'd you end up with?
H3.
H3, you think?
That's what I have.
I know, but what's Joe got? It sounds like Joe got his order in before the prices went up through the roof.
Cool.
That's what it sounds like, unless I misunderstand.
He said, yep, got the H3.
Nice! Congrats. Yes.
That's a good one.
That'd be a good one.
I think they should just stop making the M2s and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's a price thing, but there's such a big difference between a huge difference between the M2s or whatever they are and the H3s.
Yeah, I mean, why? Yeah.
Because you get a cockpit, you get the extra degrees of movement.
Yeah.
At yaw, it's huge racing. It just makes it so immersive.
And again, part of the brand is the ability to upgrade. And that M series is just.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah.
It doesn't.
I don't think you could do the M's to SFUs at one point.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think you guys tell me if I've been riding around the same neighborhood. I feel like I keep seeing the same houses over and over.
You probably are just riding in a circle.
I think I am, actually.
If we talk and you don't have an objective,
it tends to
circle.
All right. All right, let's see if I can get down Main Street here. All right. I'm not finding. I'm trying to find data.
So far.
All right. I got 400.
Okay, cool. I got about I only got about 200 so far. Two tech junkies, but I do have a stun baton schematic.
Okay, I've got a baton. We just don't have the.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. We're working on getting the frickin' maintenance station up like a level, so we can fix all our batons and our guns.
We also need a crucible.
Oh,
Crucible.
that's right, Crucible. All right,
and then data, and then yeah, it's all
all right,
coming
Crucible.
back.
So let me
Know
see.
Joe says, how much better is the new one going to be? Then he says, so Jeff has the H3? And then
Yeah.
Tito says, there is an H3 on UK eBay for 2,000 euros. The official cost to me for bare bones H3 from DR is 2.5K used and 300 USD delivery. I don't know if import taxes apply or not. Then Know Your Joe says, I'm having issues with the internet as well.
Ah,
I was gonna say, I don't think there's gonna be. I think the differences from what you said, Mark, and and based off of what you had purchased, I don't think it's gonna be a difference in terms of quality of performance.
No, I actually asked Igor that.
Yeah.
I said, is it going to increase the performance? He said, no, it just allows it to have that stop, the stop and easier to assemble.
Yeah, so it's like quality of life stuff, but even then it's not like that. So I mean, I don't think you shouldn't be too disheartened.
No.
No. Right? Because it's like that's just quality of life stuff and there's easy workarounds. Uh-oh.
Daryl crashed.
Oh, Daryl. Daryl's tired of playing with you, Jeff. Daryl's like,
no one saw him leave. I'm kind of sad.
I know. We miss you, Daryl.
I didn't mean it, Lam. I didn't.
Come back, Daryl.
I'm still here. My character is not.
He's apologizing.
I know. I didn't.
Come back, Daryl.
Mean that.
Jeff apologized.
It'll be better. It'll be better than just quality.
It'll be the same.
Sorry.
Yeah, and
it'll be the same.
And you also saved. I mean, if you saved the money on the, if you got before the price went up, then I think that's a bigger bonus than getting the latest, greatest design.
Yeah, like when I got my original P3, which is basically an H3, I had to do so many mods and so many different things, and we built it up. And at one point, like what Igor called like the double thick new steering wheel struts that they sell now, which are like 1x2 tubing instead of 1x1. I was one of the first people that kind of doubled those up, and so he used to call it people would call him and go, I want that Jeff mod.
The Jeff mod.
And so he turned that into a real thing. So you're absolutely right. It's like he's always innovating, and doesn't mean that what you get is bad. It just means like we're always trying to figure out things that are better. And that's the beautiful thing about the DOF Reality Builders Group is that it's all about figuring out how to get the best performance out of your motion platform. And I really look at like the motion platforms as like a kit car. And you are now got your kit car. You just got down to the racetrack and you're running your kit car. But all these other people that have been around for a while are like, well, you got to tweak this and you got to do this and that. And you'll do that and you'll get your car running exactly how you would want. It's the same thing with the motion platform.
So you said something a second ago, and Daryl probably has an interesting. So you can modify the DOF Reality stuff. You can mod those.
You can mod them. You can do whatever you want to do.
Daryl, did you know that?
Tear it apart.
I had no idea.
Set it up.
If you haven't watched the channel, that's how this channel got started, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the
divide it.
Oh, yeah. So no, I think you did better saving the money than you would have waiting for these new things. Because again, those are only going to come out in the P series initially. So you're probably, I don't know what their inventory is, but they're probably a year out before they'd be in the H series.
Yep.
So,
but I have an H3. So yeah, I do have an H3. I got that after my other actuator platform because I wanted to help the community with questions and stuff, do some additional tuning, which I need to get onto that, but we've been kind of busy with some other stuff at SRS. But I have that so I can update profiles and do stuff and work with what we need to do in some racing stereo. I need to test something. So I have that rig, which is cool. It's nice.
Yeah.
I love having the options.
Man, you're kind of the go-to guy on all this tuning stuff, so it's kind of important you have the ability to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot more I want to do there too. There's a lot of improvements, simplifications that we want to do,
but you'll notice Jeff still has his priorities in an order. He is playing games with us first. So, thanks for keeping your head on your shoulders, Jeff.
Yeah, 12 years of Amazon, you learn that. You learn that should not be your life priority.
Yeah, and there's always more work after you finish whatever you were
Have a
supposed to do.
Yeah, work-life
Absolutely.
balance, man. Whatever you're at,
Yeah.
if you're grinding and hate it, stop.
So I have
Not
a
worth it.
really important question for you, Jeff. This is probably
Okay.
one of the most important questions that you've probably been
Yeah.
asked in a long time. Did you miss us while you were gone?
Absolutely.
See.
I was sitting there.
There you go.
Was sitting there on the couch in the fetal position, eating
Yeah,
popcorn,
I
watching
know.
your streams.
I know.
Little tear.
I
Little
know.
tear on my eye.
I know. I felt bad.
But I did.
It's mostly Daryl, right? You were mostly missing Daryl.
Yeah, because he allows me to talk all the time. You
Yeah.
don't.
It's true. I got nothing. It's,
There it is.
it's totally true. So I was feeling good.
Oh,
Now
that's
I
what I
feel
missed.
bad. It's
Yep.
Know Your Joe says, do you know if the power module / controller module for the H3 is the same as the P3?
Yes, it is.
But I
So
think
the motion box will be the same.
yeah, and I think they switched over now that they've got the digital encoders. I think they're not using Arduino boards anymore. I think they've gone over to something else. To what's the other
Something
one?
that they made.
No, there's the others.
Other than Arduino?
Yeah, it's the same kind. It's just got higher. It's like S. I don't remember the
It's
name.
not
of it.
No, those are all just things that run on Arduino.
If you say it, I'll know it.
Those mini computers,
I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank.
Anyway,
Um,
it's in the video. Whenever it gets launched, I'm gonna try to get that out. Maybe I gotta still do all the edits and stuff. So hopefully it'll be out. If not, sorry, if not late tonight, I'm hoping I can get it out tomorrow. I might have to let you. I might have to ask you to do a slight monitoring of the comments if we're out of pocket for a little bit. We'll see. See how that
Yeah.
goes. Let me get the editing going on that first. But yeah, it was a cool interview, and Igor's a neat guy. I've emailed him a ton. I've talked to him on the phone. This is the first time I've actually seen him. Oh, I just that. Don't lock up. All right.
It's a weird blip right there.
Okay, you had it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently our internet's not doing good either.
I lost Steam for a while, so I've been fighting to get Steam back up and going.
Oh yeah, 'cause
It
you're
wasn't
not-
launching the game, so yeah, I'm having issues.
Daryl doesn't want to play with us now. We get Jeff back and Daryl bails.
You know.
It's like
There's
sibling rivalry here or something. I don't know what the hell's going on.
there's
The internet.
problems in the ether
Yeah.
worlds.
The internet can only handle one of us.
Yeah, it's
Too much awesome.
Too much awesome.
Simply too much awesome.
Overloaded on awesome. Yup. Well, congratulations, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been hanging me out because he emailed me and he goes, "I'll get you up to speed when we get to the live stream." I think that was his way of saying we need to live stream again because it'd been a couple. We missed a couple sessions. Just
Yeah.
summertime, man. It's rough. Summertime, challenging to get everything. Sometimes getting
Yeah.
everybody together and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
P-Dub says, forgive me for not knowing, but does the standard H3 have the slide motion of the F-18 carrier catapults?
no, that's it.
No.
It emulate it with tilt, right? The seat will tilt back, so you'll still get that little bit of a feeling like you're launching, but it's not the actual slide motion.
Yeah.
It's called
That's
surge.
surge axis.
So, T-Dub was impressed by the by the amount of movement I had on that 4090 video.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell
You
you,
can get going, man. It's
Yeah.
fun. I mean, and you'll still feel that, like you're not gonna miss it. It just will feel slightly different when you launch off the catapult in an H3. There'll still be like the tilt and things
yeah,
that you'll feel, which adds to the immersion, right? It always becomes in a factor of like how much more immersive do you want it?
yeah,
How much more do you want it to feel like that? How much more? And then more and more and more is more and more cash.
yeah,
Because you'll be like, I want to get a wind kit, and I got a wind kit. Well, I want to get a shaker, like a butt shaker, so
Well.
I can feel the engine effects more.
And now
So when
I'm
you get
thinking
that,
about the stupid your belts. I'm
your
like,
belt,
I want
like,
belts
I don't wanna get my
now.
belts. But even if you get a platform and you don't, it's get belts, put them on, keep it tight, because the tighter you are in your seat, the more you'll feel the motion. You will subconsciously try to compensate for the motion in your torso like you're in a car, and it will make the motion feel a little bit less. Strap your chest into the back of the chair tight, go for it, and you will be amazed at the difference.
See, I can't do it until I have the top. I can't do
I know.
in between.
But you just do it. You get a 4-point belt and just you must have an extra 4-point belt lying around somewhere.
Nah, they
Right?
went with the race car when I sold them.
Uh,
So that's the problem, though. I can't. I got to go to the
I
top.
know.
I can't halfway it. If we're going to all the trouble of installing belts, I mean, that's probably one of the biggest mods you ever have to make.
Not really.
Because
Dude,
you
it's
have
like
to.
4 bolts.
Shh, I'm making a point here. It's like one of the most complicated installs
It's
that
the
you can
easiest
have.
Hey, Mark.
You got to
That's
go
the
big.
subtitles underneath. This
Shut
is,
up.
he's completely wrong. It is the easiest one.
I don't know that Daryl's capable. He's told me. He said,
Yeah.
I could do a lot, but I don't know about installing a 4-point belt. He's warned me. He's like, that's we might have to get some outside help on that one. So
Drill, bolt, nut, done.
here's my problem. Here's my problem with that. I will know that there's a better system out there with the tension R or tension How do you guys? And
Tensioner. I don't know. Yeah.
And then it'll make me sad every time I'm in my motion platform.
Well, it'll make you. Well,
because I'll know I don't have the best. Oh,
but you will
Daryl's
have
here.
There he is.
Kind of what got him back in this whole hole to begin with.
Oh, you got to invite him because you're the boss man now.
Yeah.
Joe says, I was wondering if you feel the catapult bump on loading onto the shuttle.
Big time. That's one of my favorite parts. You have to juice it. You have to juice it up and actually climb the front wheel nose gear over the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then after the catapult, you'll feel that kind of jerk as the plane decelerates a little bit. And
yes.
You start climbing and stuff. And
yep. It's really cool.
And it's so fast. You're like okay. And that's the thing about motion, right? It's all about. I like to call it the illusion of motion, the little cues. And the cue might not always be exactly what you'd feel in the real world. But since that cue is there and similar, it is completely immersive. Because without it, you're just sitting there in the chair.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So it's just like, the shake could be a 1/4 inch or it could be, a foot. But that 1/4 inch will still give you an immersive feel. So like, yeah, the DOF will move way more than that, but that's the key to always remember is it's more about the illusion. It's like movie magic in terms of immersion. Yeah.
I think I've even felt rolling over the cables, like rolling down deck.
Yeah.
I swear one time it felt like I rolled over a cable.
Is that on the Super Carrier mod?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll need to try that.
Yeah, I think at one time I'm like, I kind of felt just a little bump, but
my deck operations is limited to start me on the catapult.
You don't do the cold start, taxi over, and all that.
I don't have that much time. I haven't learned that for the, if I'm going to do catapult, it's to be like the F-14, and I haven't done all that stuff.
F-14 is a lot more challenging. F-18 is actually fairly easy to
and I've done the F-18, but I haven't gone through. Like I said, I'm a helicopter pilot, patchy.
Yeah, we need to do that. I still haven't even fired it up. I own it, but I haven't fired it up yet. It's
really cool, dude. Like when the first time you get you do definitely want to bind the eyepiece to a button right away. Because it takes a second to get a little bit to get used to it, but once you're used to it, it is so cool, dude. In VR, to have the eyepiece come down, and then switch it around, and then like infrared into sorry, not infrared. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, different imaging, and you can have it in that eyepiece and put it away. And it's all VR. It's so crazy. You look to the right. There's your M16, like sitting there in case you crash.
Right.
It's just so cool. I love that. Getting excited.
Well, I figure you'll fly. I'll gun.
No, I did not.
There you go.
Oh, we gotta let Daryl talk again. What's up?
Well, so by the way, that 2,200 base price got a little higher at checkout. Be right back. Stream cutting out and stuttering back. Did you get to my question while I was gone? Joe? Are you talking about the catapult bump? Like if you feel the catapult bump, is that what you're talking about?
Because yes.
They were talking about that.
For long, yeah. You would definitely feel the bump. It definitely will be immersive. It might not be a lateral movement, but it will still be very immersive once you feel it.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
So what's your take?
Go
ahead. No.
I was just saying,
you're the boss man.
On my H3 when I was first getting it all set up and stuff, and I think I first got the wind kit. I had a wind kit, a shaker kit, and just my P3. And I always remember that a completely immersive experience when I was racing. I think it was iRacing. and it was in one of like the dirt buggy kind of races. And it was just so immersive. I always remember like I could taste the dust and the dirt of the race because I was just so into it. After that, that's another reason why I just had another weird jump and like that was the whole reason why I just got into this hobby so much. I was like, I can't believe this. Like this is insane.
Yeah.
And it's never let me down since.
Yep.
Every time I get in, I'm always like initially, this is insane. I can't believe this is real.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It's true. He speaks the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your take? Because T-Dub kind of hit on that. What's your take on used versus new on the motion platforms? That's kind of a loaded question, but
yeah, I would say like a motion platform is a mechanical device, right? And it's a mechanical device that is working pretty hard sometimes. So I would put it more in the category of like you're not really so much buying like say a used car, you're buying like a used like dirt bike or like an off-road vehicle. So it's like how hard was it ran? Like is it still
point.
You can get in there and test it, but it's like how long have they had it? What were they doing? What kind of fatigue? That's the things I would ask.
How well was it put together to start with?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's also the thing to me of like the kit car of going to a local racing club. There's a value of you putting it together and you learning how it all goes together as you put together versus if you bought something that which was already kind of pre-assembled. So I would generally recommend to try to get them new, but I also would recommend if that's out of your budget and you find a used one, just talk to them a little bit, see what kind of games they played, how often they did it. And that can help you make a determination if you'd want to get it one. But I would just say, think of it that way. They're off-road vehicles rather than a standard car because they're used quite a bit.
Yeah, and use definitely inspect it. Don't just roll up, throw it in the back of your car or truck and drive off.
And hope it works, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of little things. And that's what I was trying to tell Joe. He sent me pictures of that one he found. And it looked good, but it's like I couldn't even tell if it had the new SFU arms. I couldn't tell if it had the gusset reinforcement or anything. So I'm like, and I don't know if that's as big a deal on the H3s as it was on the H6, but man, we bit the hell out of those arms on that. So
the SFUs on the H3 are important. The SFUs changed everything completely. So I wouldn't even recommend if someone was going to buy a used one that didn't have SFUs. Sorry. I'd say buy, go get the SFUs instead.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about, because they had that problem with the arms bending before they added the gussets to them to reinforce it. I couldn't even tell if it was the original arms or if it was the reinforced ones. But I don't know if those would bend a lot on an H3 because you're not really doing the lateral torques on them like you do the H6, so you might not even be a problem on an H3. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I actually started modding my H3 as well.
Of course you did.
I tried not to, but I can't. It was I think it was the gussets, those whatever they are, where you can put them on the ends of the tie rods so that they don't bottom out.
Oh yeah.
I know. Yeah, I forget what they're called. I'll look it up
like the cone spacer type things. Like
the cone spacers. Yeah, exactly. That's the one that I did.
Yep.
I don't think I did anything else yet. I mean, I did 3D print some custom mounts for my keyboards and stuff, but nothing else.
Know Your Joe says yes, the shuttle loading. T-Dub says, so how much is Surge? I noticed on the website there was a whole list of optional additional additions, including the SFU, etc. Then Know Your Joe says, my son wanted the H6, but just could not get there this time. I made the mistake of telling him the H6 was better for driving sims. And then he says, it was reinforced arms on the pics that he sent.
Well, okay, good. Jeff is one of the only, or he's in the minority in that that the H6 is better for driving than flying. We had a whole discussion. You can go back and watch. I've got a video called which it's funny. It actually started on this channel. And it started because of Joe, because he opened up that can of worms. But I actually cut out that segment because I thought it was so good talking about the H3 versus H6 and for flying and all that. And basically, what we talked about, realistically, if you've never done any kind of motion, an H2 or H3 is going to blow your socks off.
Exactly. You're not gonna miss it.
Yeah,
Because you don't know. It's like it's not there.
Yeah.
Right. You won't. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And the other axes on the H3 to me are a more primary type of felt effect than you would feel via surge, sway, or
Heave.
what am I missing? Surge, sway, or heave. Now heave is good, but you can emulate that. That would be the next thing I would recommend above pitch, roll, and yaw would be heave. After heave, I would probably say surge, and then after surge, sway.
Yeah, yaw is
Sway would
actually
be the
kind
least
of
effective.
yaw is not a. It's important if you do helicopters, but yaw I don't use that much. I mean, it's
even well in aircraft, yeah, because in aircraft, the only time you're hitting hard yaw is huge winds or something bad's going on. Right?
It's cool on the deck when you're driving around the deck, which you wouldn't know because you always start on the catapult. But when you're driving around the carrier deck, the yaw is kind of cool because it does kind of swing you around.
Because it does feel,
yeah, but
then games like Elite Dangerous though. It's
oh,
huge.
see,
yeah.
Elite Dangerous is a completely different story. Oh, hey, by the way, it's 1836.
1836. I'm back at base. I'm going to dump this.
But yeah, T-Dub, if I've intrigued you with the motion stuff, again, even if you just start with an H2, get an H2, and then you can always upgrade it down the road. That's.
Know Your Joe says, what did they say about the shuttle loading? I remember that. I remember that conversation. I remember the conversation about the drink sim H3 versus H6. I remember the conversation about H3 versus H6 driving versus flying. I don't help well or fast.
And I tend to agree with Jeff on the driving. The H6 adds so many. I mean, man, that side impact, the sway when you hit a guardrail or something, you feel it. So
yeah,
I agree that the H6 is really good for driving as well. But I also really love my heave and my surge for my flight sim. So yeah, it's kind of a
and I have like my opinion, but it's not hard coded. Like it's that whole thing of I think I'd rather want to say is I don't like when people were saying you have to get an H6 for flight.
Right.
And I was like, no, you can get an H3 for flight, and you will actually have a little bit more in terms of rotational access.
Yeah,
because
pitch
the
and roll, right?
Because it's pivoting on the U joint. However, you won't have all those other effects, which are great, in flight as well. So I think that's really where I would say it's like, but they're all really good at what they do. And I was always just really not happy when people would say, well, you have to get an H3 for flight and an or an H6 for flight and an H3 would be good for racing. I'm like, An H6 is great for both, but an H3 is good for both as well. And in fact, if you're a flight person and on a budget, I'd definitely start with an H3 and you can upgrade to an H6 later on.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
But, yeah, because in flight, you really, like you said, you will feel those other effects at times, which are great and immersive. But honestly, about like 90% of the time, you're just really be feeling pitch and roll, depending on what you're doing. I mean, if you're flying like civilian flights, then it's like,
exactly.
Sure we need a motion simulator for civilian flight. It works, but you really only feel motion on takeoff and landing if you're flying correctly, right, as a civilian flight.
Yeah, that's true. If you're flying by the rules.
Remember, I think I told you I was doing videos, and I did a video for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I never launched because I had the Cessna, and I did the landing challenge, and I did it perfectly. So it was like when I filmed it, the platform barely moved because it was a perfect landing.
Well, it's funny. T-Dub was talking about watching the video, and you know what's frustrating for me? I mean, I made that 4090 video. I worked so hard on that, and I'm doing something I claim I would never do is complain.
Yeah, you are.
But no, there's a reason for it. So I did all that, and nobody's mentioned anything about how good of flying I did. I shot a plane down with guns. I guns the guy like right off the bat. Didn't even waste any ammo. I did like a kind of a barrel roll over another guy and came down on him and pilled him off. I mean, I was like, man, I'm having a really good flight here. Not a comment in the world. Nobody.
If you watch my Spitfire one, video, I do the same thing. Like I get all the kills, and every time I kill someone, I do a victory roll.
Yeah. Nobody
But
cares.
no one says anything. No
They
one
just,
cares.
you
No
know.
one was like, "Hey, good shooting there, Jim."
Yeah. Hey,
I
wow,
know.
that was some awesome flight. Nothing.
I
So
took those 2 BF 109s all by myself with
Yeah.
no wingman. Come on.
yeah, my heart's pounding. I was scared, and nobody even notices. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And
No glory. It's like nobody
have you ever
cares.
flown the Spitfire in DCS?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh! If you want to talk about a plane that is like a ball bearing on a piece of glass, that is the Spitfire, man. It is
Nice.
like, but it's so maneuverable. It's great. I can see why it won the Battle of Britain. But man, you gotta know what you're doing in that
You
aircraft.
can easily crash the thing.
Oh, you can easily, so easily throw it into a spin.
Yeah.
And it's got they had the Rolls-Royce engines, which would have
Yeah.
issues when you would go straight vertical for a while. So you have to maintain your RPM in that, what you're doing.
Wow.
It's fun playing a fly, but man, you jump into like a P-51 Mustang afterwards. You're like, okay, what was I just in? That thing was nightmare. This thing flies like a dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, oh, this works correctly. Well, anyways,
Mhm.
so real quick to finish my sentence or my thought. So what I didn't put in the video because it just didn't fit in there is at one point I was rolling over. So all the video you saw that's in that video is a single flight. I even landed on the carrier first time around. I mean, it's beautiful, but I haven't cut in little snippets, so you can't even tell. But I did take one flight right before that, and I kind of forgot that I had a AA on the enemy airfield, so I was coming in low, trying to do a pass over the airplane or over the airport, and they shot me down almost as soon as they opened up on me. And you want to talk about that motion platform moving like crazy? It just pitched me forward almost into the camera. You think the carrier stuff was extreme? This thing was like, I looked at him like, I got to figure out how to get this in the video, but it just didn't fit
awesome.
time-wise or anything. But it had some good movement on it for sure. So
That's awesome.
it was fun.
That's cool.
So
Yeah,
at
getting
least-
shot down the first time is insane.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, for sure.
Or first time I ever barrel rolled a Dirt Rally 2.0.
Oh,
was
yeah.
really insane. Because that's the thing that will really, the thing that I've always found in the motion simulators that will throw you around the most isn't like hitting a wall or whatnot. It's a barrel roll at like 200 miles per hour.
Yeah,
Because it's like, you're like, whoa.
it's like yeah, getting your wings
Daryl, I
blown off
found
in War Thunder will do it too. Anyways,
Yes. Daryl, I found a sledge. Its damage is 28.6 scrap sledge. I put it in the weapons and ammo box.
Okay.
Not sure if that's better than what you got.
What's the power attack?
It is 55.6.
That is better. So let's see here. Catching up on chat here. Know Your Joe says, I'm hoping the H3 has enough power to move me properly. T-Dub says, flat spin, yaw. Know Your Joe says, I did upgrade the SFU. And he says, I got the accessories for controls along with the quick release. I want to do the helicopter thing. And then T-Dub says, what's your call signs, LOL?
Wild Child is my call sign for flight. That's from an old 80s metal band called Wasp. So they had a song
What
called
was your call sign again?
Wild Child.
Wild Child.
That's yep.
Child, come in love.
There you go. You know it.
You.
So I was trying to get girls to love me back then.
Welcome
Welcome to the musical portion of our
Lawless,
program. Yeah,
Wasp, come on.
Yeah.
I know them, of course. I'm
Yeah.
a kid.
yeah, absolutely. So and plus I kind of fly like a wild ass. So,
That's
so
awesome.
I'm
awesome.
kind of unpredictable. So, yeah.
I don't have a call sign yet, but it'd probably be something to do with bacon, like
Bacon bits.
or
I think bacon
Yeah.
bits is your call sign.
bacon bits. Bacon bits
think
coming
that's-
in.
I think that's what.
Try and do it like
Oh.
a cool sound. This
I
is
just-
Alpha 216. Bacon bits coming in for HOTS.
Oh, I just drank
Roger,
some
bacon bits.
murky water. That's probably not ideal.
You could just stay out of it.
No, not yet. I was trying to cook with it and I oopsed it. So, oh well. Yeah,
Okay,
bacon bits on
21:28,
final
guys.
approach.
21:28. Got half an hour to get to safety.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm back. I need to start thinking about heading. Got to figure out the date. So I'm not really doing great on data. How are we doing? I can't remember. Daryl had some diatribe of like needing like 2,000 freaking data or something. So
yeah. Well, he went off into the year 2025.
Yeah.
In terms of what we need.
Yeah, it was like he was forward thinking.
Like how we're talking like he's not here. Sorry. We actually let's see how many pieces of data we have here. 1, 2.
I'm looking here too. See how much I've gotten.
There's 13 data books, or sorry, 14 data
So
books
that's
here
700.
in the container right now, ready to be blown up.
Okay.
All right, I'm looking.
And then you have some too, right, Mark?
Yeah, I've definitely got. I've got 600 over here that I've already made.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good.
And then I've got oil. I need to come back tomorrow probably, because there's an oil recipe. Mining. I've got the stop, drop, and roll fire prevention for Daryl. You don't have the pumpkin pie recipe, I'm assuming, right?
Unknown. Hold.
I did look, by the way. I did go and check, and there is no crucible at.
I do not have. I do need.
Okay. I figured it. All right.
Know Your Joe says, what about the Yaw 2? Too much movement? The base price seems reasonable until you find out it is 2 DOF. By the time you outfit it and go 3 DOF, the price is like 5,500 with shipping.
The problem I saw, and I'll let Jeff chime in here too, and Daryl too if you want to. The big problem I saw with the Yaw 2 is, number one, the price has gone up tremendously. When they first announced it, and it was, competitive with the DOF, that was something, but I think it's gone up about twice the price. It costs twice as much as a DOF does now, and it's only 3 DOF. So that's kind of for racing. I don't think I'd bother with it. That you don't need that much pitch in racing. I would much rather have a DOF. For flight, I can see where that extreme pitch backwards could be nice. But then you get the question of how much does it pitch forward? Because if you watch all the videos, it doesn't look like it pitches forward all that much. And just my final thing on the Yaw 2, its big thing is the yaw and the ability to spin. That is such a, that yaw to that degree, you don't need that. Jeff, your opinion of the Yaw 2, sir.
I like the idea. I don't like the idea that they're getting more expensive. I always saw it as something that would be great for families as an accessory to consoles, right? Yes. The way I look at it is because of its limitations, not just in terms of movement, because it is really only 2 DOF basically. You're also limited in terms of what you can do with the cockpit, accessories you can put onto it. And then, like you said, the new design is really weird where it doesn't kind of tilt forward all that much. So the way I classify the Yaw 2 is someone that has a lot of money that wants to get something for the family, specifically kids, to play basic games with and have fun with. It's like plug and play kind of thing and you're done, right? If you want to do simulations and fly any kind of PC simulation or do some serious racing, get something different, right? Especially this whole concept of a yaw can turn around 360 degrees. That is rarely ever, if useful, in a motion simulator, right? Because most yaw in a racing will just be the compass heading. So as you slowly go around the course, it just will slowly kind of turn depending on your compass heading. You're not going to feel that. And that's not how you would feel it in a car anyway.
Yeah.
And any kind of continuous kind of yaw movement, well, how many cars really or vehicles do that? Like, unless you just want to simulate doing donuts in a parking lot, yeah, sure. So, not to be harsh, but I really do see the marketing is much more towards that kind of very casual, kid-orientated, family coming over, not something complicated, have a toy, and that's fun. Then you have motion simulators, which are over here.
That was my biggest concern when I first saw the Yaw 2. I like the concept, and again, I will tell you, in a flight sim, the pitch back is far more. How do I say it? So pitching forward is far more effective. You don't have to pitch forward very far, and it feels like you're pitching forward big time. Pitching backwards, it takes a lot more movement to feel like you're really pitching backwards. And so the concept with the Yaw 2 is good because they've got the extreme pitch in the right area. But my big thing is, if you look at that, installing any kind of controls or HOTASes or any of that stuff, and making it accessible to get in and out of easy, those two things seem to be pretty much at odds with each other on the Yaw 2. Because I'll tell you, if you have to if you have to go through about 20 steps to get into your motion simulator, you're not going to use it very much because it's just I don't feel like getting into it. You really need to have easy access into a motion simulator to really, because there'll be times you're just like, I don't feel like unscrewing that and unbolting that and sliding that up and getting in and rebolting it. You just won't do it. So that's why mine I've got. I mean, it's a tight squeeze for sure, and you got to kind of wiggle between the steering wheel and the flight stick. But once you're in it, it's great, and it's you don't have to take anything apart to get in it. So that's kind of my feeling on the yaw.
Yeah.
Daryl?
Yeah.
Daryl, you got any thoughts on the yaw too?
I don't like the idea of it slipping, the whole slippage part of it.
Yeah. That was a major issue with motion compensation.
Oh, so
because you couldn't really
explain that a little bit more, guys.
Oh,
Go
ahead, Jeff.
Basically, the yaw rotates on wheels. The original one, they've changed it to some more I think gears on the yaw too. I'm not 100% sure, but because it was resting on wheels that would turn, well, it's possible for those to slip. Then meaning that you're not experiencing what you're seeing in the sim if it slips or whatnot. The other issue is because it's not always 100% accurate in terms of its movement because it could potentially slip. It's difficult to calculate precise motions and things like that for early motion compensation. I think they have a tracker now that will go on there and kind of help it.
Yeah, I think they got something.
Yeah, so they have to have a track now. So I mean that was the main thing, but yeah, I agree with Daryl. That was another thing. It's like the original I was like, well, one, I won't fit into it. It's a giant salad bowl, and then two, I want something a little more sturdy,
Yeah, it did not. The original yaw did not look comfortable at all.
Yeah,
for like someone is the bowl, right?
Yeah, that's
basically the drain bowl.
I think let's see, T-Dub's talking here. Oh, they were talking about call signs. Joe wanted to know is what T-Dub's call sign was, which I feel like it should be T-Dub, just saying.
Yeah.
T-Dub says I don't have a personalized one yet. Just quick setup name. I entered setting a PCS account. Then Joe says, you think the H3 is going to be okay with the weight thing?
No, it's not going to work at all. It's a waste of your money. You blew it, Joe. I can't believe you made that decision. Work. Yes, it will totally be
I know
fine.
people have put way too much stuff on their DOF and it still works.
Yeah. Yeah, let alone
they start mounting triples and stuff. I'm like, I can't believe
I think technically the H2/H3 is probably even more stable for heavyweights than even the H6, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Because you got that center pivot point versus the H6 is kind of held up by the arms on the edge.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole key to balance, right? If it's not balanced, it will lean or one motor will have to struggle more than the other. But for the H3, because when you have it perfectly balanced, and again, remember, balance is you in the seat with it being balanced, right? When you're out of the seat, if the seat's doing something and you're testing, well, it's not in balance because you're not in it anymore.
Yeah.
So you in the seat, have someone kind of help you. If no one's around, just try to get that spot where the seat is where you are just balanced. And it might take some work, but once you have it, it'll run great because it doesn't really require much effort to move it.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
Deb says Yatu looks okay, but it's basically a large mixing bowl with the seat on it. It doesn't look that big for us taller gamers. No, Joe says I was wondering if weight could be counterbalanced.
Yeah, but the more weight you put on it, the harder it is for the motors to move it. So go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can put a little to counter it if it's like you have a lot of peripherals on the right-hand side, but you always want to be mindful that weight is bad, right? The more weight, the more it will have to push when you're at extreme angles. Like if you're tilted to the right, well, now it's got to push you back up. So just be mindful of that. You can I used to add like I think I added an extra 10 or 20 pounds to the left rear side of my P3 because I had a whole bunch of Fanatec, I had the HOTES, and a whole bunch of stuff on the right. So that kind of balanced it out really well. They don't recommend you put extra weight because, again, they don't want you to put too much and say, like, go as far as you want.
Right.
But treat it like an airplane, right? The more weight, the worse it's going to be. But you still need to have a balanced vehicle. So it should balance well on its own, but, again, it depends on what accessories you put on, and you have HOTAS or a shifter and all that other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So TW, you have DCS. Oh, see, you gotta have a motion platform, man. It's like, if you feel like DCS, yeah.
That's why it's like if someone doesn't even get a motion platform, I'm gonna at least get a butt kicker.
Yeah,
for
do you have
your chair?
Yeah, TW, what do you got? What do you have for? What's your setup like? Tell us so we can start spending your money instead of Joe's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, speaking of Joe spending that, he said, "I figure worst case I will have to order the P series motors." And why I asked about controllers.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You won't have any issue. Again, the P series is really for commercial application in terms of constantly being used over and over again. And simply, I don't know if they've changed it, but it used to be but they were brush motors where you can change out the brushes for them. Whereas the non-P series, you can't change the brush for it, right? Now, you're like, well, what if I need to change the brush? It's like, unless you're sitting on your DOF platform playing 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for like 5 years, you might have an issue.
Yeah.
They might wear out after a while. But it's not going to be anything. And even Igor will tell you that you don't need a P series. That's mainly for businesses and, arcades and things like that.
And for early adopters that want their latest upgrades with magnetic brake and the new drive shaft and all that. So.
Yeah, and if someone's like, why did I get a P3? Because I just had extra stupid money to burn, so I was like, I'll get that one. Right, because it must be better.
See,
but
Jeff, that's
learn.
exactly why I don't have the just some everyday regular belts on mine. It's like you gotta have the best.
Yeah.
You gotta have the best. So, and then if let's hypothetically say,
I'm gonna find some Honda
no,
Civic belts.
see, I was gonna just say let's hypothetically say I go ahead and just go ahead and not get the tensioner. Well, although the tensioner really doesn't do us any good right now because we don't have everything programmed like it needs to be yet, right? So
it just needs a little bit more work for flight. But
yeah.
I will say that I do love my tensioner. I mean, for a racing person, if you want the next step in immersion, and I will always say this, it's not so much the braking, right? Which is great when you brake and you feel the belts tighten. It's the sway when you're going around corners and you feel one belt tighten than the other. It's the only effect that will give you a sustained feeling or a sustained effect of a G-force in a long corner. There's no other way to emulate it.
Okay.
Right? People can say you can tilt the chair and all that stuff, but that's when it gets kind of weird.
Yeah.
But when you have that belt tightening and you're driving, it's just so freaking immersive in VR or whatever to feel that as you turn and feel it loosen up as you come out of the turn. It's awesome.
Well, you got me intrigued because you had mentioned eventually if you go inverted in a flight, ideally it would tension it up so it's like you're upside down inverted and your weight's up against the belt. I'm like, man, that I could see where that would be
really cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's the theory. That's what I want to work on. It's going to require some tricky programming. Like we talked about it before, that the math and everything that has to go into evaluating the telemetry to recognize that you actually are inverted. But I'll work with the team on Marcelo with it and see what we can do. I mean,
all right.
You know.
I know. Yeah, I'm still trying to get my wind effect straightened out. So
I know. Yeah, exactly.
I gave up. Exactly. It's like, hey, I'll get to it eventually.
We'll get to it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's neat. I kind of forgot about it. So we're doing some experimental stuff with the wind stuff for flight, and I had Marcelo set up to where if I eject, all of a sudden the fans go full blast. Just like if you're ejecting out of a cockpit, all of a sudden you get hit full blast. So we were working on the timings on that. It's a really cool effect. I had forgotten we did that. And I was flying, and I popped out, and all of a sudden I'm like, woo, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. It just needs to it just drops off too fast. It's like full blast, and then it just kills it. It needs to slowly, ramp down.
Go ramp down like the pilot was slowing down, And it's also another issue. The header is showing up for games that are like racing. So I saw a ticket where it was like, I go, no, there's no immersive effects for that particular racing title. It's only for flight. So there's some work to do, but that's the whole fun of it. There's always something to do.
Yeah, definitely. So, but
always improving.
So did T-Dub ever tell us what his systems?
Joe says now I'm liking athlete Pima Crystal and butt kicker. I don't know what that is.
The Pimax?
The Pimax Crystal and a butt kicker. That'd be awesome. That's what started it all for me, really, too.
The butt kicker?
A butt kicker.
Yeah.
That's the
They
moment you
said-
go through like in Elite Dangerous. and
Oh,
you're going through
yeah.
you're going through the force fields and stuff. And you feel it like,
Yes.
zzz. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, he said
So
the he said the extended use time may be an issue with how much my son may use it. LOL. T-Dub says next time I'm due or a new sofa, I'm going to get an H3. I only have one butt, so I don't need 3 feet. Know Your Joe says also want the belt tensioner,
Yeah.
crystal, butt kicker, belts and tensioner, and those small thermos. LOL.
Yeah.
Pimax stupid. Pimax or his
Yeah.
autocorrect was changing it to Pima, and then he said, "Oh yeah, and wind effect."
Yeah.
I think that's everything I think we have so far.
Yeah, the butt kicker, that was funny because that was one of those that I mean, it was $200, and I'm like, really? For basically a speaker? I'm like, really? And I was really hesitant to get it, and then after I got it, I'm like, oh my God, this makes a huge difference. I couldn't believe the difference, especially because you still have that little bit of, what do you call it, the torque, where the dead spots are in the motor, the brush, between the brushes?
Yeah.
It totally masks it. I don't even notice it because you just put that engine rumble up a little bit, and it totally takes that out. And I keep telling people, it's like just get a transducer if you don't like that feeling, because you only feel it in flight when you're doing slow. Like if you're doing quick movements, you won't notice it. But if you're doing a slow move, but you have the engine rumble or afterburner or whatever, you don't feel it.
Or just the thump of like when you lower the landing gear, or just little effects like that. That's why I'm always like, for motion, one of my philosophies is like it's that illusion piece. Like it's all about giving you an effect at the right moment.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be always on, but if I can give you an effect at the right moment, it's that whole classic. Oh, what was that? That felt real, right? Because your brain is immersed in the game. All of a sudden, there's this external shake, and you're like, "Whoa, that was real. That was in the game." Right now it's your butt kicker, but welcome to the world of immersion.
But that's the cool. Your brain actually auto fills in when it feels something it hasn't felt. It automatically goes, okay, what was that? Oh, it was this, and it makes it feel that much more realistic. Even if the effect, like Jeff said, even if it's not what you would really feel in the vehicle, the jet, whatever, your brain makes you think it is. I mean, it's so hard to explain. By the way, Joe, have you broken out your HP G2 yet? We had to scold Joe. He's had an HP G2. He's never tried VR, and it's been sitting in the box.
What?
Tell him, Jeff. Tell him what you think about that.
Okay, all you need to do is sit down. Sit down. Get a fan. Get a fan. Put it in front of you. It'll make you feel cool, and it'll make any kind of VR initial sickness go away. That's all you need to do. Put that fan. Sit down. Go and download the free version of DCS.
Yeah, that's true.
Load up the SU-25, which comes free with it. This is all free.
That's true.
Put on your G2 helmet, and then wonder why you took so long to do this. Because you will be in the cockpit looking around in real time.
Even if you don't fly it, even if you just sit in it.
At the rust on the sides and between the little grooves of the cockpit, and you'll be like, I can't believe this is real. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. Really? You're done, Jeff? Really?
That's it. It's all free.
Well,
and then you tell us that it wasn't fun, and then.
Well, we're talking. It's like I've got a 3080, and I've got this G2, and I haven't even opened it yet. And it's like, what? What the hell are you talking about? You haven't even opened it yet.
Just do the DCS SU-25 flanker. It's all over.
So, Joe, you've inspired.
That's why I showed my wife. She's like, "Oh my God, this is crazy."
Yeah, I think I did the because I already had it. I had Flaming Cliffs, and I think I did the F-15 first, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" I'm
like,
sitting.
Oh my shit! You're like, yeah.
I'm in this.
You're in the jet. You're in the airplane. It's the same thing with racing. You look around, you're like, there's the fire extinguisher. I've never seen that in a video game before. And you're looking around, you're like, oh, there's little tags up on the roof. I never seen those. And you're looking behind, and you're like, I'm in the car. Oh, the race is starting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I need to hit the go
for life, man.
Go pedal. I forgot. I forgot to hit the gas because I'm so busy looking around.
I'm so busy looking around.
I mean, so Joe, you've inspired another video that I'm going to put out or do. I'm actually, because I was thinking, it's like, when we all started VR, which way am I going? When we all started VR, there was, Valve came out and they had all the games that you had initially. But I was thinking a lot of people that might be new to VR, I can think of 4 titles that you should try that are absolutely free. And Jeff just mentioned DCS. That's another one that's free initially. You know, you can get one plane out of it. But you need to try. So depending on what you like, and Jeff, you can tell me if you're right. I would say definitely there. NVIDIA made a VR game called Carnival Games, I think, or something like that. Totally free. All these are free. Don't cost you a thing. You download them on Steam. So the Carnival game one is kind of fun. It's like you're at a carnival. You're doing the whole, you know, shoot the plates, fill up the balloon with the muck, all that. So that's a really good intro to VR. Because I was thinking about somebody that's never done VR before, and just, you know, how do you explain what it is? So do that one. If you're at all a Star Wars fan, there's one called Trials on Tatooine. Again, totally free. It's more of an experience, so you kind of do it once and you've kind of done it. But that gives you this amazing feeling. And then if you're into the scary stuff, and I haven't done this one yet, but I know about it. Well, it was called Oh crap! Now I can't remember the name of it. It's basically a subway shooter, like with zombies coming at you. Ah, crap! What was it called?
Oh,
if you say it, I'll know it.
I was gonna say pathogen, but
It was a pathogen.
no,
That
it's
sounded right.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it starts with a P for sure. Now I gotta have to look it up, but I'm on my bicycle now. So, and then finally, the absolute best one would be the Lab. So it's free.
Yeah,
It's from
the Lab.
Steam, and
Yeah,
it's got
sure.
a series of experiences in it that will give you a great taste. There's kind of that you know, visual. I'm on a mountaintop thing. There's exploration. There's some games like with bow and arrow. So the Lab is a big time game. So yeah, you need to break out your G2. You need to download the Lab and just spend some time in VR, because
Yeah,
I
the
mean-
Lab for sure. That's what I was going to recommend, because
Yep.
it really introduces you to VR and gives
Yep.
you a really cool way. And it's Valve, so it's
Yeah.
like cute, fun, looks great. That'd be definitely what I would do.
Yeah, everything with Valve is always so well done. Valve doesn't
All
do it
right.
halfway.
Dub says, I basically have a nice gaming chair with a mini table on either side for HOTAS. I generally use it in VR. I can't see my disappointing setup, LOL. I'm going to have to invest in motion seat. Know Your Joe says, butt kickers have gone up to new versions smaller, is 289 and 309 with the flight and driving software. Of course not. Got the hook. Got to hook the computer to connect to it first, making a space. Then he says, I kind of know what I want to do, and I'm just getting to the point to do it. Priorities have been on the house. That has been a huge project. It has taken way too long. Just finishing it up now. Paranormal, IDK, and be right back.
Yeah, and it's paranormal.
Paranormal, is that it? Anyways,
That was everything, yeah.
yeah. So those are some good ones. But yeah, Joe needs to get into VR if he's never even tried it. Yeah, and T-Dub, we've all been there. We all started, you know, with our computer desk and our little Flight Stick Pro.
Yeah, I should take a picture of my PVC.
Oh yeah,
I built.
yeah.
I think I sent it to you. It was the PVC. I made a little cockpit for my PlayStation VR headset, and so I can do flight sims and stuff. It's all made
Yeah.
out of PVC tubing.
Yeah, I got.
Everyone's
Yeah, I was talking to Igor, you know, about how they got started. He started one just out of 2x4s. You know,
Yeah.
you kind of build a 2x4 framework like we're kids, you know, back in the day with our, you know, whatever those old carts that we used to soapbox derby, real life, big sitting inside. So anyhow, but yeah, we've all been there. But yeah, if you like, man, I mean, I can't even explain DCS. Like once you get all that immersion stuff going, it's just, oh my god.
yeah, it's just great.
So
It's fun.
absolutely amazing.
It's definitely cool.
Just don't expect anybody to comment on how good a pilot you are and how well you do at dogfighting, because that ain't gonna happen.
Ever?
And the other
Gonna-
good thing about a butt kicker, right, is there is no telemetry for bomb explosions or things like that,
Oh,
right? So, like if you're doing like in high combat situations, especially like Elite Dangerous, it doesn't have telemetry for the force fields or the explosions
Yeah.
or the hits. So, sound is a way to generate those effects as well,
That's- yeah.
right? So there's still times like whenever I run Elite Dangerous, I run my butt kickers off of sound
That's yeah.
rather than because otherwise it'll just feel dead because you don't feel those effects.
That's why I went with the sound. I just run my butt kicker off of sound all the time because not every game has telemetry, but every game has sound. So,
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's what I do. And the problem I had is and not as bad now, but the overheating. I used to overheat that thing like crazy
Oh, yeah, me too.
all the time. You have to really, because
Same.
you're like, it was just like the pitch in the motion simulator. It's like, I just need a little bit more, just a little bit more. No, so, and I tell you what, that's when you realize how much that butt kicker adds to the experience, is when
Yeah.
you're flying around or doing something and all of a sudden it overheats and shuts off, because it's got like protection circuitry in there. It doesn't damage itself. It just shuts off to cool down. But you'll be flying, all of a sudden it's like, what just happened? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it feels dead.
it all of a sudden you just feel like something just totally shut off, broke. I mean, it's amazing how much you get used to having that vibration going, and you do notice it when that thing overheats. So, of course, then you get in the whole next level, because this thing's just a house of cards that keeps building on itself. You can't have too much vibration because guess what? When you try to do your tracker for motion compensation, now your tracker's vibrating all over the place, and it's like you're in an
Yay.
earthquake. So
Yay.
then you got to build the mount to cancel out the vibrations. Oh,
Yay.
God, it never ends.
Yeah, that's why I like it's like a kit car. We're all just club
Yeah.
racers, right? And then, sometimes there's that issue where like, okay, I'm club racer, but now I want to move into this division. What do I got to do? And you're like, oh, you got to do all that stuff?
Yeah.
What are the rules? Safety. What?
What? I don't care about that. Cut that
Care about
section
that.
out.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, that's why I'm always like, I think it's always best if someone kind of puts theirs to, builds it and kind of has an idea on how to make it work and things like that. I mean, these are still kits. I mean, they're still
yeah.
putting it together. The industry itself hasn't really exploded until, but like what, 5 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Really, really new industry.
Daryl, you got something to? Heard you say something. Didn't know if we had a comment or something.
Oh, now T-Dub said air car is a good freebie. PVC cockpit. It sounds like a Sean Cole project.
Yeah. Oh, it was fun.
I bought one of those next level. It's kind of like a sawhorse stand that just you kind of unfold, and I did that for a little bit. That's when I realized you need to have it easy accessible, because there's several times I'm like, oh, I want to go race, and I'm like, do I really want to haul that out of the closet, set it up, plug it in, get everything? And you're just like, no. And that's when I realized you need to have it. You got to have something you can pretty much get ready to go, and I'd say 15 to 30 seconds, or else you're gonna lose interest. So it's kind of crazy.
Or you just you might be like, oh, I'll do something different.
Exactly.
Just make it easy to get into.
Yeah, for sure. But I never would have thought. It's hilarious because we started this channel, just with the H6, and I actually never thought that we'd still be doing things to it. I kind of thought, well, once it's up and working, you're done, and not done yet.
The classic, I'm done. We
Yeah.
always hear that. Be like, you're done? No, you aren't.
I've seen all the internet. I've completed the internet. I've seen everything there is
no.
to see on the internet. Yeah, it's like here we are, and now I finally feel like we're close, really close to being where I wanted to be. We're close on the motion compensation. We're close on everything. I finally got it clearance to where we've got the maximum movement out of it. And now it's like, oh, but belt tensioners.
I don't know if you can hear me shaking my head over here, but I'm shaking my head.
In agreement that will never be done?
It's
Never
never.
will be done.
I just
Never be done.
No.
It always get better. That's the best thing about it. It's so new of an industry. It's just gonna get better and better and better.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna help it as much as I can.
Yep.
I love it.
So
I wanna see it grow more than anything else.
yeah, it's
My goal
crazy.
would get is when like Microsoft introduces motion compensation and motion controls into DirectX.
Oh,
like
yeah.
DirectX 13 or 14 or something like that. And it's
Yeah.
like then developers just enable it, and then whatever game it is will have motion support
Yeah.
and motion compensation.
That's what it needs
one of
to
my
be.
goals.
It needs to be a standard. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what intrigued me when we did that interview with that one guy, and it's like he's talking about, you kind of need a DirectX kind of thing for motion. You need to have a standard.
Yeah.
That's basically in a standard API, right? If you were for motion. So
And that was I don't think people really understand how close motion compensation was to disappearing off the face of the planet forever.
wow.
Close.
I tell you
got
now,
lucky.
now that we're
What?
still Yeah, I mean, basically Buzz T Bear, and
saved it. He saved it straight up.
Like, God, that guy's so cool. So
Right.
I'm still working with one of the developers of the original guys for the OpenXR motion compensation. He and I are. What we found out is that his solution works with just about every controller on the planet except for the original Vive wands. Which, guess what? I made my motion compensation tracker out of a Vive wand because I had an extra one. So he's trying to get that worked out. It works in Steam, so I've got to use it in the Steam, but obviously I want the performance advantage of the OpenXR ecosystem. So so he's actively trying to get that to work. But
missed everything, it's awesome. Joe. Joe's back.
Oh yeah, you can't take off, man. You miss all the good stuff. So anyways,
never stop talking.
Yeah, now would just be quiet for the next half hour.
I know.
To say anything.
Yeah, talked out.
Talked out. Nothing left to say.
Nothing left to say. Hey, it's Horde Night, by the way. How about that?
I know.
How about
I don't even think we've been talking about this game. We gotta focus.
The good news is I'm on my way back, so I had a feeling Horde Night was inbound. So anyways, I'm almost 2 hour trader. So
I'm gonna start gathering trees in and stuff because we're gonna need arrows. I got like nothing.
I got a chicken here. Can I run the chicken over?
How many arrows do you have, Daryl?
49.
Okay, and no Molotovs, right? Or
60. Oh, Molotovs.
I've been getting fuel, but I don't know.
I got 66 arrows.
Yeah, I have one. I have one full gas tank and a little bit in another one, so I can make about what is that? 21 fuel I have if we have glasses and rags.
Did I tell you about the new thing we found in the other game in 21 where if you kill an animal, the zombie will eat it? Like let's say you're running down the street and say you just shoot a bunny as you're running and being chased by a zombie, the zombie will stop and eat whatever you killed.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's wild. Hey, look, Daryl's done a lot of clearing house over here. Nice.
Yeah, I checked on Subquake. He's still working on the thing, but he said he'd be happy if he gets it out by the end of the summer.
Yeah.
But it'll probably be more like the end of the year.
Yeah. 21 kind of sucks.
Yeah. But all those new POIs, from a standpoint of just exploration, it seems like that would be really fun to see all the new POIs.
Wait till Subquake gets his, and then we'll go through them then.
Yeah.
So did I tell you they took out the hidden stash or the secret stash? That's the other thing. They took that out. It's like, well, we are about to get our asses kicked in it, just to let you know. Daryl and I have been playing. We played a little last night just for fun, and we had a Horde Night. Mm-hmm. Guess how many blocks were holding the silo up by the end of Horde Night?
2?
Oh, that's about twice as many as there were.
Well, I don't know if you've seen our silo here, but it ain't looking that that good either. I've actually been collecting stone or iron and wood so we can maybe try to do some repairs or something.
Oh, isn't it repaired? It doesn't need repaired, does it? Is it broken still?
Dude, this thing is Swiss cheese, man.
Oh, we better do something because it's Horde Night.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm coming back right now.
And the best part,
not that bad, Jeff.
Daryl went back. Daryl, guess how much that one block that was holding the whole silo up?
Yeah. One block was holding up the entire silo.
And it was like a pole. It was like, that edge pole that he puts on stuff. One pole holding the whole silo up. Guess what how much durability it had left?
It's like driving a semi-truck through this hole.
Well, some of the holes are supposed to be there. Some of the holes are to let the zombies in. That's what you want.
Okay.
Yeah. No, because otherwise, no, trust us. Come on, Jeff.
Oh, sure.
Trust us. Didn't you hear that we're down to
250?
Yeah, on a single player game.
That single poll was down to 15%.
Oh my God, guys!
It was close. We need some
Mark's
wood.
like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
I'm like, it's the last fucking ball.
No, it's fine.
Great. That's the one F bomb. It's Horde Night, and we already used our F word. It'll be rated R.
Oh,
damn it.
Where's
Daryl? That's not Daryl. Wow, this place has got a lot more stuff in it than that one I was at.
Here. Oh, I didn't.
Here, Dizzle. I brought you presents. Boink, 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 boink. And do you want to scrap this digging tools? It's like a digging tools like.
Oh yeah, scrap that.
All right. Can we how's the old upgrade maintenance station going here? What's that still need? Oh, we should be able to do that. Can we get this tier 3 up? This how are we doing for iron? Iron plating.
I just got 22 that I'm making into some iron.
Because we only need iron plating, a hammer, and 5 more glue, and we can do it. We have plenty of data. And I haven't even put my data in here yet. Where's the
Must be in that box.
Where's the data? And we got friends. Raw materials. Oh my god, I gotta remember how to do this. We got friends here. Armor and clothes.
Let's see, I got 2 arrows.
Oh, that's
3,
not what I wanted
actually.
to do.
I've got your girlfriend. Weaker.
I brought some acid here too. Oh, we can scrap that. All right. Nobody's doing beer brawling, right?
Nope.
Scrap that bad boy. Okay, 700 data. Mods. Where's the... Do we have a data? Wood. Schematics data. There it is. Oh, shoot.
Well, 2 more showed up.
T-Dub
I got
says
no
the
arrows.
next step is one of those little egg pods that spin full 360 vertically. Then Know Your Joe says, what about motion compensation? What do I need for that? And then he says that T-Dub 360 egg on the end of a centrifuge arm and a small power station to run it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
We're having fun, huh? Motion compensation is a whole nother beastie there, Joe. A whole nother beastie. Actually, no, your best choice with the H3, you should just do the whip motion, don't you think? That's the easiest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got the whip motion. So go to Sim Racing Studios, look up motion compensation, and you want to order that whip motion thing. It works good for an H3 or an H2. It does not cover all the axes for an H6. So I had to do something different. I had to come up with an ulterior method.
Where are we putting resin?
It's a great.
What's that? What?
What?
Where are we putting resin?
resin?
I usually put it in like the plants and stuff. Because it comes from trees.
Oh, I'm like, I know that we got some somewhere.
Yeah. That's where that is usually where I put it.
All right, steel.
We got 3 people down here. What is this? This must be a random horde.
All right, let me come down and help. Let's see, electronics. We don't have a generator or anything yet, right? We're still pretty far
Negative.
behind.
Yeah. No, yeah, we're very low.
All right, stone pick. I don't need pickaxes. Hey, I got you a pickaxe, by the way, Daryl. What kind of pickaxe do you have?
You what?
I got you a pickaxe, I think, since you're the pickaxey guy.
Oh, there's a guy down there. There's 2. Are you?
See down doing his thing. Sounds like he's down doing his thing.
Oh. Oh shit. That was brutal. I loved it.
He's doing his thing, isn't he?
Well, it was like I slashed him. He turned around and he just ran up behind him. It's like ran his neck crumples and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
Stone axe.
Awesome.
Stone axe.
Leveled me up. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, check. Let's see if we got levels. All right. Yeah, I'd really like to fix my stun baton. Okay, we need wood. What do we need?
Well, the big thing, I mean, I know we had 150 arrows. I grabbed 75 just to kill that horde. So I have 60 left.
I have 60.
And then that means it should be 75 in here still. Yeah. So I would say we need maybe another 75 arrows-ish to get to 150-ish.
Where's Daryl? I got here, Dizzle. See if this is something you're interested in. I found this for you.
Stone. I need iron.
Oh.
Icebreaker pickaxe. What?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we do need that. We do need to get this thing.
It's not as bad as it looks.
No, I'm not saying it's that bad. I'm just saying it's not even upgraded though. That's what kind of shocked me. What do you need? More metal?
I need some scrap. Do you got any scrap iron on you?
I think I put it all upstairs. Let me go grab it. If I can jump up on the ladder. Jeff's always so worried about the littlest things. Just one pole holding the base up. What are you worried about? Bunch of worry warts.
Uh-huh.
How much you want? You want all of it? There's 234 up here. Oh, we got a ton of freaking feathers. Okay. So we need to make more wrought iron. Oh, that teddy bear scared me. Your teddy bear scared me. Here you go. Do we got anything left in here?
I got some arrowheads. I got arrowheads being made.
Okay.
But
You're making arrowheads? Okay. Do we have
there's a
enough
ton of iron
wood?
rebar in there, so
Okay.
we'll have about 250 arrowheads being made.
Okay, what about wood? How are we doing? That's you got a actual wood.
Should be okayish. I got a couple trees.
32
so-
branches. All right, I'll go cut some more
Ugh.
trees.
Yeah.
We can turn some of those logs, I think, into into branches as well.
Have you looked in the carpenter station in a minute? You're after wood?
No?
Oh, 36 planks, but we need branches.
Yeah,
arrows.
some of those.
You can destroy the planks for branches?
I'll go grab some.
Well, you need... Oh, they're all cooked already. Never mind.
Yeah. Let's grab some trees. It'll be fast.
Okay.
Find a place I don't get killed at. Oh, of course. Who's the stupid looter? Is this me? Am I the looter? I can't remember.
I'm the looter, but I don't have any boots in looter yet. Neither. No one does. I don't think. I won't do it for a little while.
I'll go get it. It's not that
Sure.
far actually away. I can actually
Okay.
see it coming down right now.
Cool.
That also gets me in the forest, which gets me
I shall cut this tree here.
around the trees. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a flight going. We're gonna have to get a bunch of us in DCS or something.
That would be fun.
Or
So
Elite.
odd.
Elite would be fun as hell too.
Yeah.
What, was it 4-man wings in that? I can't remember.
I think, yeah, because the cruiser. Wait, is it 3?
Is it 3 plus you, or is it?
I think it's 3 plus you. I'm trying to remember how many seats like the Vindicator and the cruiser has. I think it's 4.
I think it's 4.
Gotta love that game.
Yeah.
So the D-Dub was like, Joe, they had something like that similar in Downtown Disney where you create your own roller coaster ride and it spins as it flows and loops on your track, probably similar to or smaller than an H3 too. He said, that's cool. He said, and T-Dub says, and it's all enclosed, so if you throw up, you don't end up redecorating. And then he said, what happens if then Joe says, what happens if the base falls? T-Dub says, then you roll across the room.
Weebles wobble. That's funny. Yeah, the problem with
you can
those.
also download a game for VR called Epic Roller Coasters, which is free.
Oh, that one's
Like
free.
each additional track is like $2.99. It's not as accurate. It's more a little arcade-ish than No Limit
That's-
or
yeah.
Coaster, but you have to have the full version in order for it to work with it won't work with the demo. But you can download Epic Roller Coasters. It's one of the PC games.
Breaking up a little, yeah.
Oh. It's one of the games, Epic Roller Coasters, and it's a PC game you can download for free from Steam.
Nice.
And it's VR and will work on your DOF H3.
That's a fun thing. I got the No Limits, but I tell you that'll make people sick quicker than just about anything else if they're not.
Yeah, yeah, roller coasters, yeah, definitely.
I love them, man. It's so cool. But yeah, it's funny. I put Daryl on one that I thought was relatively tame, but I think it's because it was so long. He didn't like that one. He did all the extreme ones, no problem. But then I threw him on this one that was like, yeah, this is kind of just a sightseeing one, and that did him in a little bit on that one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time I ever got sick on my motion platform is when I was doing the initial.
oh, you're breaking up.
Why I keep breaking up? Test. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. The only time I ever got sick on my motion platform is when I was first initially creating the default profile in Elite Dangerous for the SRB.
Oh God, yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that'll do
And
it.
and I was
a minute.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, I was testing like how extreme I could go and dialing it back, but I went with extreme one day and like, dude, I really like, oh man,
Yeah.
that was bad.
I'm
It's not.
done.
It's good now, but man, you can make it
Done
definitely
for the
make it
day.
throw up.
That, yeah, you're right. Yes, yeah, because I would say I got a little queasy in that one. The only times I've gotten queasy was that one, except especially on some bumpy
Yeah,
ass
the real
planets.
rocky ones. Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, go-kart racing and Project Cars 2, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it's because it's so flat, it doesn't curve, but for some reason, the go-kart stuff got me. I could race every other car, no problem, but go-karts, for the weirdest reason, was making me feel kind of ill.
It must be because you're so low to the ground, like the visuals on the side of your eye are going by so fast.
Maybe.
Versus when you're in the car, you have that static image, kind of the.
Yeah, a little
like
bit
that.
more of a.
Yeah, a visceral
Yeah.
kind of like, whoa, I'm going through a time warp kind of thing.
Maybe.
That's why I don't like tuning things like the arcadey games, like
Yeah.
what is it, like Flat Out something, and the spacey games, because they'll work in motion, but they're way more tuned to like an arcade game.
Yeah.
So, it sounds fun, but, an arcade vehicle can move from left to right in a millisecond.
Right.
You don't want to feel that on a motion simulator.
Yeah. It's like a light cycle.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, exactly. Like arcade games don't really have that kind of real physics engine.
Got a gas can somewhere
Yeah, I got one.
out of the house.
No.
How are we doing for multi?
Actually, it's on me right now.
Yeah, not good.
Oh.
Not
I have a full gas can. Do you need an empty gas can?
I need gas. I need gas
Okay.
and I need oil. We're pretty good on oil.
I think I brought a bunch of oil back from my journey. If I remember correctly.
I need to find a barrel to put this stuff in.
There's an empty one up here.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Gas. So do you need a actual barrel?
Yeah,
Or a
I
gas
need
can?
a can. I need a gas
Okay.
can.
Move this here. Boom.
How are we doing for grass? Because don't we need grass for
Here,
arrows?
I'm
too?
dropping it right there. There you go.
Wee-hoo-wah-hee-haw. Oh, what?
How are we doing for grass? Because don't we need grass for arrows too? Don't we use the grass to tie the?
I'm pretty sure we.
I think we're good.
Okay.
There, I dumped the gas I had in the top one too, so it should have everything there.
Our woodcutting skill has improved. Is VR motion sickness a big, difficult thing for some people?
Yeah, I had actually
First.
work on it too myself.
Did you?
Yeah, when I first got it, my VR headset, I was getting kind of sick. But I was like, there's no way I'm not going to ever use VR. So what I found
here's the tricks.
Yeah, the tricks. Use a fan. Never, ever, ever, ever push through.
Yes.
Start to feel a little sicky in your stomach. Stop immediately.
Yep.
It won't get better. It only gets worse.
Yep.
Do small sessions in the beginning, like 15, 30 minutes at the most. And over time, you'll build up your VR legs and you won't feel it anymore. It's very much like sea legs. You just
Yep.
have to be on the boat for a while and just take it easy. But the key there is never try to force your way through
Yep.
it. Even
That's-
if you're like, I'm winning the race, just stop.
It's because then the problem, if you push yourself through, your brain subconsciously starts to put that feeling with getting sick.
Feeling, yeah.
So it actually kind of programs you the wrong way.
Exactly.
And you have to go through the whole deprogramming that out of you. So if you're somebody that does have a little motion or is prone to VR sickness, like Jeff said, as soon as you start to feel anything, you just stop right there, get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch
And
of
small
videos online
sessions.
talking
But
about
a fan is it works the same with motion sickness. A fan will amazingly work well for you. It'll cool your face down from the VR, but it also really helps with motion sickness or the VR sickness.
it. Yep.
Small fan, good to go.
And actually, motion platforms help with motion sickness because it aligns what you're seeing
Yeah.
with what you're feeling. So actually, motion
Yeah.
platforms are are advantageous or can be. All right.
So yeah, you can definitely get through it as long as you have determination. Some people don't ever have it. Other people have it and have to work at it. I had it. It took me a few weeks. Yeah.
I was pretty lucky. I, knock on wood, never had too much trouble with it.
Awesome.
So, which I used to get car sick all the time when I was a kid, but grew out
That's
of
weird. That you're doing. Oh my God, there's 5 iron nodes right next to each other, like literally within 20 feet of each other. Not iron, lead. So if we need lead,
Yeah.
I've never seen this.
Get
That's
the
crazy.
lead out. What else? Let's see. How do you get used to it? All right, we talked about that. Assetto Corsa. I have it. I have never played it. Believe it or not, I've never
Really?
played it. No, I've never played it.
It's like the what you call it, the generic old school grandfather sim racing, works on everything.
Yeah.
You have to get it, you know.
Well, I want to get, because I think we talked about this. I want to get that mod that they have that takes you through the California Valley.
Yeah.
That is my favorite kind of. I loved, in the old days, there was a game called Test Drive. This is a long time ago. And you would race on highways in normal traffic. And I love that stuff. So I
told you I grew up in Southern California. So they have 2 maps you can download. One is Mulholland, which is pretty accurate, but another one is Topanga Canyon Boulevard. And that's really close to where I used to live. Let's say, I was younger and did some racing and stuff, and it's really accurate. I'm like, wow, they're giving me memories as I'm going through that. And Assetto Corsa is the most moddable one, but I'm telling you, man, you gotta get the Assetto Corsa drag strip and load up the 67 Nova SS and just race that once in that quarter mile. I have a video of it. It is so much fun.
Yep, you sent a link to that.
But it's really fast, and it's over. And there's only so many times you want to just do that, but it's a great experience at least once.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like determined. I'm like, I was like so determined. Like, there's no other videos of someone doing drag racing and a motion simulator in the world. Here's the first one.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've always really liked. I've always been into Project Cars. I don't know why that one just.
It's just good.
Yeah,
I love that one too. It's I like to think of it as it presents the experience really well. Like you feel immersed. It's really clean UI. It plays well. Assetto Corsa is one of those ones that you got to mod, you got to download the download manager, content manager, and do all this other stuff and fiddle with it. But Project Cars, you just load up, go, and it's fun. I love it. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's
and it's
definitely
actually not too bad in motion. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's always felt pretty good. Obviously, I'm not tuning for it, but yeah, I love doing that California, like running down the highway where you're,
Yeah.
I did that. So Brenda, my better half, isn't the most. She doesn't really have her VR legs, and so she loves California. She loves the coast. So I did that first section where you're driving right by the ocean.
Yeah.
I throw her in there, and it literally 5 seconds. She's about to puke. She's like, "Get me out of here!" And I totally forgot the windy roads. I was more looking at how cool the scenery was, and she didn't even get to the ocean. She was sick after the first 2 turns or something. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." So
here's the true story on that one. On that map, when I got my first VR headset and had my H3, I just had like a basic steering wheel and stuff, and I got in there. And I loaded up the 69 Camaro and the SS in that one, and I was racing it, and it was just one of those moments where I was like, I can't believe this is real. Like this is like when I was a kid, like 20 years old, and here I am again, and I need something better. So that actually cost me to buy a direct drive, so $1,500, as well as the Fanatec system of shifting. It was like another $2,000 just from that one race and that one car on that one map, because I was like, oh my God, this is it. I need it to be better. And that's whoever's listening. That's how it begins.
Jeff, there's no reason anybody should spend thousands of dollars on a video game.
Oh, yes, there is.
That's ridiculous. I've never heard of such a thing.
I know.
Ever.
It'd be like crazy people putting money into dragsters for no reason and for competitive shooting.
Yeah.
T-Dub says, and
I
if
love
you
it.
were walking in a VR game and then walk in the spot in real life to fool your brain. Know Your Joe wants to know, I was wondering if you took three 55-inch 3D TVs, placed them in a U configuration, and used the
I'm not going to
3D
have this
glasses with an
discussion.
H3.
Ugh, it won't
How
happen.
well do you think that would work?
I'm not
And he
gonna have
says,
this
I can
discussion, Joe.
hardly walk now when looking where I'm going. Not going to try that in VR, lol. T-Dub says, let me know, Joe, when you get your H3 and VR setup. I have a spare Assetto Corsa Ultimate Steam.
Oh.
Okay.
See how he offers it to Joe and not the guy that's hosting the channel. See how that goes. I tell you, no respect. It's terrible.
You don't need any help.
Yeah, I know. I'm spending it all there, buddy. All right,
Yeah.
it's 1700. I need to come back. No, Joe, I'm not having the discussion about big screen TVs versus VR again. I've told you, they don't even compare.
Yeah, they don't.
Not
really.
not even remotely close to the same thing. Again, get your damn VR headset out, pop the box open, put the headset on, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You got to try that thing. The
Yeah,
lab.
It's simply that thing of when you say you're in the car, you're
Yeah.
in the plane. You can be looking at 3D screens, but it's not the same as being in the car, which is what happens when you're using VR. You're
right.
in the car.
It's it looks like you're in the car versus you're in the car.
I mean, you're in the car now.
That's exactly the difference.
I've teleported you out of reality. You're now in the game, inside the car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
No matter where you look, you're in the car.
And Joe, you already have a VR headset. It's not even like, I mean, why are you arguing with us on this? You already have the VR headset. It's not even like we're telling you to go buy something. Just put your damn VR headset on and try it. It's freaking amazing, dude. I love you, Joe, but God, you got to trust me on some of this stuff. Like Jeff said a while back, he said he's never once put somebody in VR and they went,
Yeah.
I like
It's
my
either you like
screens
it
better.
or yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time I hear
Says,
people
the steering
when they
wheel
switch
set,
back
pedals, shifter, question mark.
What's that?
is because of is family and kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think. And then thanks at T-Dub. How much better is the crystal?
T-Dub has a crystal already? T-Dub, tell us about
He's
this.
at no. Joe's asking you how much better it is.
I don't know. I don't have it yet. I imagine, if everything I'm reading and hearing, I'd imagine it's amazing. I mean, but I don't have mine yet, so I can't speak to that. Honestly, it really depends on also what your what your priorities are in VR. Some people's priorities are FOV. Some people's priorities are visuals. Some
Mhm.
are darkness versus, so everybody kind of has things they like and don't like. In VR,
Yep.
for me, I love the blacks. That's one of my big ones. I hate glare. That's one of the big things I cannot stand, and I can't get up here. I'm too heavy. So and some people don't want heavy headsets. They want it lighter. So it really comes down to what your preferences are. Damn it! I gotta focus here. I can't even get up a staircase. How am I ever gonna survive Horde Night? Oh God, you were a zombie
That's okay.
for a second.
No, I'm just trying to find my bike.
Uh.
The yellow bike.
Do you not have it on your compass? Because
No, I don't know where it went.
you might want to backtrack where you were.
That's not
Like,
good.
where the hell is my bike? Well, we've been yammering. So.
Yeah. Well, Daryl. Listen to Daryl talk the whole time, man. Blah, blah, blah.
Gotta hook up. Joe says he's gotta hook up the computer first.
Well,
That's he's gotta start.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, that's the first step.
yeah.
Here, Mark.
All right. Oh my God! Thank you. Just in time for Horde Night. You are an angel, Daryl.
You're welcome.
I can see. Oh, thank the sweet baby Jesus. I can see.
Found it.
Was it really far away? Not too bad.
It was it was in a direction I forgot I went. I was like,
All
by the
right.
burger stand. What? Oh, I guess
what?
it was over here. I was just talking.
That would
Like I
be
said, I
over
need to
here.
stop talking about motion simulators. Talk about this game.
Yeah, especially since it's Horde Night.
Yeah.
All right, I got us a couple mods. I got a semi trigger mod. I got a shotgun sawed-off barrel mod. Yeah, all right.
T-Dub says, Mark, I have a spare Steam key for Hunter Call of the Wild if you're interested.
Hunter Called the Wild. I'm not familiar with that game. I was just teasing you. I don't expect handouts.
Oh, I need to get some salvage for repairing scrap stuff.
Oh, really? Hunter Called the Wild. I'll have to look it up.
And car.
All right, so did we need... I got 139 branches. Oh, yeah, we're looking good there. I guess make
I
more
think we're
arrows?
doing good on arrows. Yeah. More, yeah.
What do we need?
I have 111 on me right now.
We need more arrowheads. Oh, there's 374 in here.
I've
Hey,
been
somebody
cranking
made
out a lot.
somebody made a chicken coop.
Yep.
All right, let me. We need more arrowheads. I guess is there a lot more rebar? Iron plating.
There should be some iron there that you can convert to rebar. I don't know if someone's used it, but there was some that I made, like 20 pieces.
Oh. Oh wait, we've got. Hold on. So we've got enough to upgrade the repair bench now. I see 141 pieces of forged iron. Why am I still heavy? Oh, because I'm still carrying these stupid logs. Logs are heavy, you guys. In case you were wondering.
They tend to be.
Yeah, they do tend to be. You're right. All right. I think the storms are brewing, guys. Is that?
Yeah, 1900.
Oh, there's a zombie out there. Daryl's touching the chickens again. Okay.
Oh, Daryl, how many Molotovs were you able to make?
40.
Oh, cool, sweet. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Oh, 40? Yeah.
Better.
Good.
So wait, what? Do you have steel or iron? Iron plating. Where's the?
It'll be iron.
What are you
So the
trying to
iron-
do?
Well,
Making
I saw
rebar to make.
Yeah,
arrows.
we need rebar frames. And when I went over here to do it, let's see what we got. We've only got one. So it's doing rebar.
Yeah, I've just been cranking out I just cranked out 300 arrows, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what? Where's all this iron though? Because we only need 100 to make the to upgrade the workbench.
The maintenance?
The maintenance channel. Yeah, the maintenance.
Yeah,
thing.
no, we need 100 plate.
That's 200.
Oh, got you. That's
Yeah.
not plate.
And we also need a
What?
claw hammer.
What do you mean, Daryl? It's all one. Like wood just comes in planks. You don't have these different. We've been playing vanilla too long for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's see about making. Oh, and we don't have any way to make hammer. I thought you could make a hammer. You can't do that one.
I cannot make a claw hammer.
A claw hammer.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. We'll just make some more arrows then. All right, we'll make more arrows. Fine.
Car engine. The car engine.
Still running around without my zapper.
Come on, keep running.
Running on it.
Sounds like somebody's killing zombies.
Yep.
Welcome back, Jeff.
Let's see, Daryl, please read questions above. Thanks. Sorry there. Which steering wheel set, pedal, shifter, handbrake, etc. do you all recommend?
Ooh, that's a question.
And then
of the
T-Dub
ages.
says, Mark, I have a spare. Oh, wait. Okay, I see. I missed that. T-Dub says, if you want to go wabbit hunting, lol.
Oh, it's like a hunting simulator. That kind of sounds fun.
So here's my thing on peripherals.
Listen. So before he starts, listen to Jeff
Yeah.
because I get ridiculed on a regular basis for my choice of steering wheel, which is the Logitech 923. So don't listen to me at all. People make fun of me constantly. Go ahead, Jeff. Take it away.
It all depends on your budget, right? So
There
here's
you go.
how it breaks out down. You have basically 3 tiers of gear within sim racing or even almost flight sims. The first tier is usually between $100 to say $200, $300. That is your first tier, which will be like your Logitech, your basic Thrustmaster steering wheel that's belt driven, things like that. things that you would probably be able to find at Micro Center or a Best Buy or whatever. Those are tier 1, right? And that'll be up to about $300. If you want to go to tier 2, it's going to cost between $300 to maybe up to $1,000, right? And that will be getting into more Fanatec type of gear, or other gear that Fanatec is a big one in that range. You can get to the more expensive Logitech stuff, the more expensive Thrustmaster like the Warthog, HOTAS, and stuff like that. That would be your tier 2. And then if you want to go to the extreme, is tier 3, and that's when you're getting to the boutique level stuff. So you're going to SimCube for a direct drive, $1,500, or you're getting a Fanatec one, which is around $1,500. There are some newer direct drives that are a little bit less, but those kind of creep back down into the tier 2 category. Flight sim stuff, you have Virpil, you have VKB controls. Those are the custom things. Brunner systems, really expensive stuff for commercial flight. Thank you. Yay, helmet light. And so that's the $1,500 and above, right? You can go out and buy a force feedback yoke for $3,000, right? You can go out and buy a whole custom set for helicopter controls. That'll be around $1,500 to $2,000, right? So budget is always the big question. And then within that budget, you try to find that gear, if that helps. Or a Logic at 29, like Mark gets.
Yeah. See, even Jeff picks on me. I actually really personally, again, I'm not super huge on this racing stuff because I used to race, and I'm never gonna. I don't care what kind of gear I buy, I'll never be able to replicate that. So for me, racing is just for fun. I'm not trying to feel like I'm racing a car for real or anything. But I actually was kind of impressed with that new Logitech direct drive wheel. It's a little big, but it seemed to be a fairly good trade-off between value, how good it was. So you might look at that.
Consider that, yeah.
You know.
The direct drives are the magnitude above better than belt-driven.
Yeah.
Because you will be able to feel the tiny details in the road through your wheel, which actually will help you drive better because you'll be able to catch it.
Which is a magnitude above also the gear-driven, because the gear-driven, all you hear the whole time is... You hear the gears driving all the time, so don't get a gear-driven one like my Logitech G923. Actually,
my first one was like yours. Is the the G27 or G29. My first wheel that I have on my DOF H3 is a Fanatec Club Sport, which was only like $300-400.
And actually, I just saw something. I don't remember the company. They're kind of having some price wars right now. There were some pretty high-end steering wheels. You just have to search for them, but they were like getting in the $300 and $400 zone for a, it's a beginner wheel, but it's a beginner in that high-end tier. So it comes down to looking what you like. I would highly recommend, if you want the racing experience, make sure you get some sort of load cell pedal, brake pedal. You want some sort of pedal that has a load cell or something like that, because otherwise it's just you're pushing the pedal and it has no feedback. It has no resistance. Yeah. So get a pedal system with a load cell. But yeah, you might look around, because I don't remember the companies. I think Fanatec just had to adjust.
Well, what's great is the competition. So Fanatec and then Logitech, everyone started coming out with direct drives because they saw their market going to SimCube, which was $1,500. So they've gotten it down to like $500. I just want the same thing to happen to motion simulators.
Yeah. Hey, it's almost
time. Don't like how the prices are going up. I want them to kind of keep getting to the economical place to where we could get more people into motion simulators. Yes, I worry that they get more and more expensive again.
All right, 10 millimeter. We'll see. All right, I'm taking all the 10 millimeter. Does everybody else have good amounts of ammo?
Oh, I got just over. I got 100 arrows. How many arrows do you guys got?
I just grabbed half out of the thing. I've got 253.
I got 50.
I got 203.
All right, so we
should
use as many.
Is everybody fed and watered? Oh, I am not. I need some food. Let's see.
Yeah, you got your new meters flashing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. All right. Do we have any?
Here, I put 50 more arrows. So there's 100 arrows.
It says campus? Question mark.
It says what?
There Joe says campus? Question mark.
Campus?
Oh, Camus. Yes, Camus is one of those competitors that have really brought a new edge to the industry.
I haven't heard of them.
I can't really speak of Camus. Yeah, they're relatively new. But that's the greatest thing, is that because of the pandemic and whatnot, a lot more companies jumped in to kind of bring those prices down to reasonable levels, at least for steering wheels. I think the same thing. I hope DOF does that with actuators one day and things like that.
Yeah.
So
Are we all sealed up? Because it's time.
Yeah, I closed the top door.
All right, it's closed. It's closed. Everything looks closed.
Oh, we didn't light the fire.
Oh,
we have lights.
Can you do it? Now. Can you do? Oh yeah, we got headlights. That's
headlights.
We don't need
We're
it
good.
now.
We're good.
Thanks, Daryl. Oh, do we have that closed?
Yeah, thanks, Daryl.
Yeah. All right, coming down, stupid teddy bear. All right, so this is basically the part of the game where we just sit back and watch Daryl throw Molotovs. Oh, hey, we got a party.
Wow.
Okay.
Juicy.
Juicy. There you go. Nice. That's yes.
Wow.
Oh wow.
That's a lot of dudes.
Yeah. Yes, it is. There it is.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yep.
A couple pipe bombs.
All right, I'm on patrol for cops for right now, so I'm not shooting anything yet.
What game stage are we?
Oh, I don't know.
I think we'll be fine. We're pretty low, actually. Should be good. I'll be surprised if we get a cop.
20, 30. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in day 16 and the other one, and we had cops and vultures. No, we're on not. What did we on?
19.
Oh,
18.
really?
18. It was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. In a weird spot right there.
Yeah, that Devin guy was trying to get like up on there.
Wow. Get off the ladder. Don't let him on the ladder.
Woo.
Ooh, is that a good XP one? I didn't see the XP roll.
I got 2,500 on that.
Yeah, that's what I got. I see it. It's in a different place on this game. So yeah, Jeff was saying he's like at day like 253 or something in this solo game. He's got some epic base.
It's insane.
Again, he doesn't.
Fun,
we're too slow. He's like, you guys keep dying. You're the bacon bits. You're the one that killed off our game on the last one, Jeff.
So, I want to. There's like so many little stories in this game. When you come into the world, you'll see this completely destroyed farm, like that's been obliterated to the ground. Why? There was a pig in there.
He just nuked it.
Napalm it. Really upset. Yeah, no, I was like. And he attacked me early on in my game and almost died.
So you made
so
it pay.
I swore revenge, and I think it was a day 180 that I finally got it.
You just loaded up with dynamite or rocket launcher?
Oh,
What'd you do?
No, I wanted to wait till I had an 8x scope, and then I went and took him out from really far away, just like as a big middle finger.
Okay.
And then I went and just obliterated the thing with dynamite in a very 4th of July type celebration. Dynamite's fun.
Yeah.
In this game,
the rocket launchers are fun too. Or there's like a four chamber rocket launcher.
Yeah,
that thing is brutal.
Like the video, but yeah, they look cool.
I gotta make sure I hit my shots, or else T-Dub will make fun of me again. Well, they sent it all at the beginning, and it looks like it's kind of thinning out now. So
yeah. Oops.
Oh, come on, that was a hit.
They're kind of spread out though right now.
Yeah.
They're not very.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, trying to come over to you guys, see if they crowd more.
Oh, throw the rock. Do the rock trick.
Oh yeah.
We think that kind of works.
I don't have a rock though.
If I have a rock, let's see if I can get him. Oh, lag. Holy cow. All right, hold on. Here's a rock. Oh, well.
There are a lot there.
Throw a rock there. See what happens. All right. So we'll probably call it after this horde night. I think.
Okay.
If we survive. Oh, it's right. 6 o'clock.
Survive.
Wow. I don't know. As long as we got that one pole holding everything up, we'll be okay. So yeah, any questions you guys have left, let us know.
Oh, let's see here. Okay, this. 15 Newton meters for $500 hub. Wow, that's a bonfire.
Don't-
It says the DOFR have one sales like Black Friday. Then there just says Fantic 8 Newton meter hub. Any good or need to get more force?
I think the most you would ever need from what my research showed is like 11. Like, so I laughed because early on with all the force feedback when it came out, and originally everybody's talking about got to get this, and they'd all buy these 15 Newton meter steering wheels and stuff, and then they all turn them down about half. It's like, okay, well, why are you spending the money if you're not even going to use it? I think 11's probably the highest end. I think 8 is probably
A shot.
average. You want more than 5. I don't. And Jeff, obviously, your input is welcome.
You're talking
here.
about the Newton meters for direct drives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You don't need more than what were you saying, 10 or whatever?
11 would be the most I think you would ever
Yeah.
need. I think 8 is pretty average. I think 8 would probably do most people just fine. But you definitely don't need more than 11.
Yeah, I was a crazy person that bought the DD2 that can go up to 20 Newton, and it's it's like enough to where like you physically are worried that you're going to break something.
And how much did you turn it down? Out of
Oh yeah,
curiosity.
it's about half. It's probably
About
around-
half, right?
I run it about like 9, maybe 9. It depends on the car, but usually around 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to be a stiffer, but you don't need that much power.
Yeah. So.
And I've sprained my finger twice on that thing.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean,
All I
you're
can
talking
say
that
is
much
if you hit a-
force.
If you're playing iRacing and you hit a wall, you let go of that wheel.
Yeah. If you're crashing, you treat it like a real race car driver. You pull your hands
exactly
back.
like a real race car driver. You'll
So,
see
yeah.
that thing spin like crazy, and it's got force.
I don't know if you guys know that, but if you're a race car driver, if you get in a wreck, you let go of the wheel because it
I
will
believe
break
it.
your hand.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We're simulating the ability to break people's hands in wrecks. That's technology, man.
And you can, on some map, and take off the safeties in a motion platform, you'll feel that wreck too, man.
Yeah. How real do you want it? Do you want it to break your hand when you crash?
And I'm always like, people are like, I want to feel like real. It's like, you realize the car is destroyed afterwards, so your
Yeah.
motion platform will be destroyed too, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can feel it real
No,
once.
you don't want to feel those forces.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or like I tell people, like, if you set it too aggressive on Dirt Rally, they rebuild the suspensions on their cars after every race.
Right.
Right. So are you going to rebuild your motion platform arms
Right.
every race?
Right.
Turn it down a little bit.
Oh, here comes the fire. Yeah, look up the Logitech one. It's the direct drive Logitech. I want to say it was an 8. Because obviously the more
G29
force,
is really popular. I think that's the one.
the G29 or the
I think that's the newer one that's really popular or whatnot. But I like you. I would recommend for someone to get one of those, the newer direct drives. They're like 400 from whoever it is. Thrustmaster did one.
I heard the Thrustmaster one's not good because of the ecosystem. I was watching a review and there
I
was
see
some
that.
concerns with it. Versus, it seems like there's a lot of proprietary stuff too. Versus the Logitech sounded like it was a pretty well designed piece. I would have probably got one of those because I really love the design of a Logitech wheel. Like I like the feel of the wheel. And that one, if it was a little smaller and would fit on my motion rig, I would have got one of those. I'm hoping when they come out with the next generation, it might be a little bit smaller, because I've got those fans on mine. I don't have a whole huge platform on my motion rig, so I'm a little space concerned.
Yeah, it just all depends on how serious you want to get into it. Like like the steering wheels. Like I have 4 steering wheels because it all depends on the discipline you're driving.
Right.
There's like joke as well. It's like racing pedals. Your pedals that you'll get are much like shoes. Eventually, you're just gonna have a whole bunch of pairs of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you'll be like, oh, I want to try that pair. I want to try that pedal, and you'll have several pedal sets. So it's a fun hobby. But yeah,
It's fun
end up spending quite a bit,
expensive.
much like any hobby.
Yeah. You can get
The thing is,
stupid
if you crash, you
expensive.
don't have to repair it.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Exactly.
You can spend stupid expensive amounts of money on racing. That's why I had some guy
Yeah.
mouthed off when I was talking about the because when I did the Aero, that the experience I had racing in the Aero was the coolest experience that I didn't expect to have. And some guy was talking about how oh yeah, you're just trying to sell it to the racers, and nobody needs that expensive of a headset and all that. And I'm like, do you realize these serious motion racers, the serious sim racers, they spend $4,000 on steering wheels. I mean, that's
Exactly.
$2,000 for a VR headset is like nothing. That's like, oh, okay. You know, so
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
the SimCube Pro, the SimCube 2 Ultimate is
Nice.
$3,000.
Yeah,
And that doesn't include the steering wheel.
right.
So then you
That's
got
just
get
the base,
steering
right?
wheel, and you get a custom steering wheel. You could pay easily $2,000 for that,
Yep.
right? And the new SimCube active pedals are $2,500 each. So you buy a gas pedal and a brake pedal, so there's $5,000.
Yeah.
So
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
you can keep going if you want.
Yeah. I mean, it's they know that market. Racers
yeah,
are
they're
used
out
to
there.
spending money.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
in racing costs stupid amounts of money. So you're
Yep.
used to it. So they're like, oh, well, let's charge stupid amounts of money. They won't even blink.
Yeah, exactly. It is
So-
$2,500 for one racing pedal is insane, and I even have thoughts on that as well because telemetry for that effect doesn't exist. So they're
Yeah,
just
so-
making it up.
so-
They're just making it up out of the other telemetry. But
Yeah.
if you want to pay $2,500 for it, cool.
Some that isn't even refined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think it'd be useful if you have a lot of different cars you want to drive, but most people don't do that.
No.
You know, it's you pick a car or a discipline.
I'm still using my CH Pro flight pedals for racing.
I know.
That's how lame
They
I
work,
am.
though.
They work. They work fine. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't feel
Right.
super realistic, but hey, when you're going 300 miles an hour, it's fine. It's still exciting.
Yeah, it's a thing of you're using your foot rather than
Yeah.
a button on a joystick. That's
Exactly.
the level. That's how it starts. You know what I mean?
So,
Anyway.
yeah. But yeah, I would look at if depending on what your budget is. That's exactly Jeff's exactly right on that. It really comes down to your budget because you can spend
Yep.
anywhere from a few hundred all the way up to a lot.
Thousands and thousands.
What you like the Fanatec ecosystem? Fanatec, is that kind of the one you like? Or?
I got into it because of the ecosystem's really good and efficient.
Yep.
You do start to get a little bit limited if you want to go into that high level boutique stuff, right? In terms
Right.
of what you can and can't do. But if I would say for someone that's in like that intermediate level and wants to kind of be serious, yeah, Fanatec is definitely a good choice without
Yeah.
a doubt. If you go online, everyone will always tell you get a SimCube, right?
Yeah.
And that's $1,500. But I think there's more. I think it's better to kind of, if you're not sure and you haven't been in all this stuff before, just go
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah.
It's always good to have backups, you know?
Yeah, yeah, spare wheel. Yeah, and for me, the thing is on those Fanatecs and all those, I haven't really found a steering wheel that I like.
Yeah.
Because they all have interchangeable wheels, and I haven't really found the wheel that I think I'd really like. So that's part of
Yeah.
it for me.
Yeah, that's why I like Fanatec is the wheels. There's so many different wheels, and
Yeah.
even though they're still between 150 to 3 and up to 600 or more, they're still far cheaper than the wheels you would get for SimCube because those wheels are usually custom.
Yeah,
And you can buy adapters to get a Fanatec wheel onto a SimCube as well. So that does exist, but you will lose some functionality,
right.
mainly of the buttons and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Depends.
like I said, if that new Logitech Direct Drive wheel was just a little bit smaller, I would be getting that for me.
Yeah.
That's the one I kind of like, but
Yeah.
But again, I'm
But
not.
you know, I think they'll keep getting cheaper. I think you'll see less and less belt drives and more direct drives.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah, at this
people
stage,
expect
I would recommend just get a direct drive of some sort.
yeah.
That's where the future's going. So
It really makes a difference just in the
Yeah.
fidelity. It's pretty huge.
anyhow.
And you always say like, you know, pay once, cry once, right?
Yeah. Pay me now or pay me later. Yep.
Or was the other one? I think my aunt wrote it in her wedding album. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Oh, it's always easier to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be $1,500. I thought it was,
I can't imagine. So that it
that.
would be. I thought it was 150.
Yeah,
I did not.
But, you know,
I did not see that extra zero there.
yeah, exactly. So
Kind of makes the Pimax Crystal look. Oh, $1,500 for that? Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yep.
Seems so stupid now. I should have my Pimax sometime in August, is what it
Cool.
sounds like. So, and I want to spend a little bit of time, obviously, putting it through its paces.
yeah, I got my email finally. So I
Did
need
you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I need to order it. I was just waiting for certain things to kind of finish to see where
Sure.
we're gonna be, and then
Sure.
But yeah, I need to.
So you'll have yours soon too, then, also.
yeah,
Nice.
because I want to get it when I can still get the Demas.
Yeah, I think you're gonna really like it.
Yeah. Well, I have the AKX, so I really know.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about all the other stuff.
Yeah, but you haven't done the aspheric lenses yet.
No.
I'm
Or the
anxious
true,
to hear.
like I said, like you said, it's all about Elite Dangerous in space,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm
Black,
so
like black.
excited.
I want to see that.
That's what I'm
That's
mostly
Bird.
excited about is Elite Dangerous.
Bird.
Bird. Anybody got a shotgun?
I do not. I have a pistol.
I got a shotgun. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, Elite Dangerous, believe it or
I'll
not,
back
is
you up.
probably the biggest one I'm excited about on the crystal.
Up here, or is he at the
I hear him.
rear door, maybe? Oh, there he is, below us. He's right below us.
Oh,
Weird.
It's probably coming
There you
after
go.
me.
I am.
Thanks, Linda.
We're both looking up, and I'm like, what's that weird thing under? Oh, the
Oh,
wings,
that's-
he's under us. $335.
Okay. Oh, hey, there's a dog on the door.
Yeah. Trying to
Get
him.
down. All right. Oh, I do have a shotgun. Get down. Bad dog. No biscuit.
Let's see here.
It's not bad. Ah.
Doug
Another
says, if disease go for food, can you throw a chicken or something to group them?
You can throw. We found you can throw rocks and they all go to the sound. I don't know if you can throw a chicken down there or not. Can you re-throw a chicken once you grab it?
I don't think you can throw a chicken.
I think you can just drop them.
Okay.
They don't. They'll turn into a bag.
Yeah. And then
Oh.
Nitro says, how about a 2 Newton meter force on roll axis for force feedback yoke? And then he says, public service announcements. Cam is 5 direct drive, 5 Newton meter out, runner motor, $250. It says it feels like an 8 Newton meter Fantech.
I mean, if-
The FFE pedals are 6K, fully loaded out. Daryl, please check. You have questions. Sorry, it's Horde Night.
Yeah, Horde Night, we
says,
get a pass.
Or buy a car or drive it. LOL.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, whatever looks good. I
Looking for
personally,
mid-range at most right now.
I personally
Joe says
wouldn't.
he's looking for mid-range or most right now, and then he says, "How did the track weekend go, Mark?"
Oh, track was it was bittersweet for sure. End of an era. So there were a few tears. I'm gonna blame it on the nitro getting in my eyes, but but it was good. It was a really good race. It's a really good event, and
cool.
it was a good end of that chapter.
Are there any fasts?
I don't think so. He's disarmed.
Let's find out.
Well,
They're tearing the barn up, and there's a party.
Oh, perfect timing. Ran out of arrows.
okay. All right. Well, it's. I probably should make sure I have an escape route. Some arrows. Yeah. How you like that? All right. Who's the? Oh, what's the guys out here? Wow, they are tearing stuff up, aren't they? Ooh.
Yeah.
Where are my battle buddies?
We're out front.
Oh, Daryl's doing his Daryl thing.
Oh, wow. Look at that peg. That's crazy. The peg quartz.
The what? What
Oh,
happened?
there was a peg that just got decapitated, and her body was slumped against the wall like she was standing. It was highly disturbing.
Let's see about. Oh, I think somebody just got an arrow in the leg running in there like that. Oh, my backstop. All right, she's down. Watch out those pigs. Don't hit the pig.
But I know. I have a complicated story about Mr. and Mrs. Wilbur in my base as well, and they're both alive.
Okay, good.
You can actually manipulate how they move
Oh, really? With bacon?
by digging.
Oh, wait.
By digging under bacon. But that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be wrong.
You just slightly dig underneath them,
Oh,
and then they come
Very-
do one more.
very
And they start-
carefully.
Yeah. and then they start moving. Trust me, it was really tricky.
Well, they
Okay, I do
sleep
not have.
in the new one. They actually sleep during the night. It's kind of wild.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think they just sleep always until you disrupt them.
Oh, really? I thought they were just sleeping until the trader opened. I thought it was on the trader schedule.
No, I think they're always sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Had a chest armor, 13 shotgun shells, 9mm rounds, scrap boots,
All right.
14962. Oh, tripwire post schematic.
Oh, all right.
556 scrap leg
P-Dub
armor.
says, have you noticed any degradation in Elite between Horizon and Odyssey?
Mhm.
Degradation
Nine-
as far as
16 9mm.
like the graphics or playing.
556. Okay, it's just mainly ammo. Degradation as in everything. Yeah.
Oh, everything.
I'm not a fan of the Odyssey expansion at all.
Oh, okay. Just not anything over time, but yeah, I don't. Actually, Odyssey's legs, right? Space legs.
Yeah. Space
Yeah.
Legs
I
is
hardly
Odyssey.
play that one.
Yeah.
I can't stand going from VR to flat screen. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's like if it was VR in first person, I'd be like, oh, cool. But yeah, I actually don't play Odyssey that much. I am always playing Horizon. That is exactly it. So
And then I don't know
fun,
if
huh?
they ever fixed the issue with the planet terrain system in Odyssey.
what was
Like
going
how
on?
ugly. Oh, they changed it over to some new system because they wanted to add an atmosphere for
Okay.
the legs, right?
Okay.
But what it did is it went through many of the old worlds and redid them to be very flat and just kind of boring. When they used to have
Oh.
like really intricate mountains and craters and canyons you could go through, like you think of Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Odyssey, because of that engine change to be able to do the atmosphere, it redid many of those planets to make them look boring.
Oh.
And that was a huge reason I didn't want to play it either. It's like,
Wow,
what do you mean,
I
like
didn't know
I
that.
can't go flying up the canyons anymore?
Yeah.
And they said they were going to work on it, but you know,
Yeah. And I
so
actually
I'm the same way.
I haven't even played the new, so they split it to where they went to Legacy and New with the war and all that. I actually haven't even really played much of the war stuff. I still enjoy just the open universe. There's
Yeah,
still,
me too.
So I don't even know what's going on. I haven't even been following it much in the development anymore. I don't know if they're going back on some of that, or I have no idea.
Yeah, I'll have to
What's
check.
happening,
I mean, I've been away from that a bit as well, but I know I want to jump in there and do one last push to try to get motion fully.
I mean, come on. It's like,
Oops, like leave and go do something else.
yeah.
I didn't mean to try to chop your head off.
Oh, you missed. I hope you missed. My head
Yeah.
seems to still
Save
be
your
on
life.
my head. So, yeah, and I think, and one of the reasons, honestly, that I don't do a lot of Elite is because, again, even the arrow, it's not black. I mean, I got so used to
Yeah.
playing that in the OLED screens, and it's just really hard to be flying around in space where it's gray.
Gray. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
'Cause I have an index and it is way grayer.
Yeah, it's like I
very gray
just.
in the index.
So that's why I'm hoping that the new Crystal is going to be. That'll be the big test.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, VR Flight Sim guy in his video at night.
Yeah.
You saw that one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like,
And that's
That's, like,
and
amazing.
That's me. I mean, I am so I so hate the gray. I am an OLED snob. I've said it a million times, but I want those darks, and I'm willing to put up with a little blooming and stuff if that's the trade-off on a QLED. I'm willing to make that trade as long as it's not really bad. But I haven't heard anybody really talk much about bad blooming or anything. So the more I keep watching these reviews, the more I'm like, okay, get me my damn Crystal. I'm really ready to try it. And I think, honestly, it's going to come down comfort and size versus visuals. You know, like everybody's talking about the big screen and beyond and all that, and I have absolutely zero interest in it. But I think it's going to come down whether you're willing to wear the giant headset for all the for the ultimate in fidelity.
yeah.
I guess.
No, I will always, I don't really mind a big headset. When you're sim racing. It's like a helmet.
Yeah, I know. We came through those years anyways. You know, it's like
Yeah.
everything was big and the graphics sucked anyways. So you had the worst of both. So at least now it's like if you got this bulky headset, but it looks great. Okay.
It looks great when you're in it. So yeah.
So, yeah, who cares?
Build
But
neck
anyways,
muscles.
Yeah, it works up your neck
Or
muscles.
this is
You'd
my
be like,
wife would say HTFU. Harden the
Okay.
yeah. There you go.
harden the
Pardon the.
I'm trying to think how we can work F into a neck type thing.
Pardon the neck.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
like that.
I mean, it's just. I mean, hey, that's what they do in F1 training. They actually in the motion simulators, if they watch, they actually have an actuator attached to their helmet to simulate the G-forces. Yeah. So they can build their neck muscles.
I mean, Tony Kanaan used to lift weights with his neck.
Yeah,
It's like,
got it, man.
You know, he'd watch TV and be doing neck lifts and stuff. But yeah, that's a lot of weight. So, anyways, all right.
Dude,
anything else?
With a 10-pound Newton-meter direct drive after a 3-minute race, I'm pretty sweaty as well.
Wants to know, where do you get custom lenses on the Crystal?
So I found so I ran into an issue. So VR. Oh, I'm trying to remember the names of them all. VR Rock.
VR Optician.
So our VR Optician doesn't have any crystal lenses until the end of July. So about now, they might be getting them now. VR Rock had them, but they were they didn't go up to the magnification that I need, or for me, I've got a really bad eyesight, so I have to get a big prescription. So I actually found VR Hans, H-O-N-S, and they made lenses that matched my prescription, and they were magnetic. So, because I don't think the VR optician is going to be removable. I want magnetic for these because people will be doing it in room scale, and I want to be able to pull the prescription off. So if somebody wants to try it in room scale, they can put it on without having to pull the whole thing off. So those are what I ordered. I actually already have them, and they actually look pretty good as far as the quality. I was worried they were going to be like 3D printed or something. They're a good plastic mold. So yeah, so any of those guys will do it. VR optician should have them soon. And so I don't really have anything to compare it to, and I don't know how they fit in the crystal yet because I don't have the headset. But yeah,
I think at the east of our base. Big horde at the east of our base.
Oh, let's go get some more XP before we quit. Since it probably won't be in what
they're at the farm right now. They're beating at the.
Are you guys here?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
What's going to be like? Oh yeah, hey, where's Daryl? He likes this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that'd be a good fireball.
Oh
right
gosh, yeah, you got any Molotofs on you, Daryl? Stand back so we don't draw. There's just about a perfect place for you to throw a Molotov.
Oh yeah, they're all right there.
Yeah, come over here. It is.
Rock.
No, you don't need it. They're ready. They're ready.
I've never seen in that group.
That's beautiful. Oh my God, the master!
Merry Christmas.
The master.
And that was sneak. I got sneak attack damage on the Molotov.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Those zombies on fire. Oh, we got a fast. We got a runner.
Uh-oh. Careful.
Was that me? No,
you missed the splat.
Oh, here, get this one. Splat that one.
Nah, I'm out of stamina. Hold
on. You need help?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't even splat.
So this pig or this dangler right here, this one, the one that's missing the head.
Yeah.
Right
Oh yeah, that's not there. That one.
That one. So she came running around this corner like this and just ran right into this little jammer. It was awesome.
Her face right into your.
Daryl loves that stuff.
It's amazing.
That's cool.
Anyhow, but yeah, several of the guys have VR things. I might. I've been talking to the VR Hans VR whatever. I might get an affiliate with them if I like what they're doing. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then don't forget, if you can order Crystal or an Arrow, got affiliate links for those too. All supports the channel for sure. Anything else you guys want to know about? Yeah, and Joe, until you get in your G2 and all that, don't order a Crystal yet. Play with your HP first. Make sure that you like VR.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you wouldn't, but you've got it sitting there.
Say, why don't they just make wearable flight helmet VR headset holder?
Some guy has done that actually.
And Tito says beyond is the form factor we all want to end up at.
Yeah,
it is.
I agree. I think one day it'll get there. But it's field of view is really narrow.
Yeah, I hate narrow field of view. Ugh. I don't hate it more than other things, but yeah.
Is made to watch movies. I mean, that's
but it's got glare.
I know.
It's made to watch movies, but it's got lens glare. So you're in a movie theater with a screen and you're gonna have lens glare? No, thank you. I hate glare. I told you my big things are I hate not having blacks and I hate having glare. Those are my two big yuckies. So I put up with just about everything. That's why the Vive Pro 2, too much glare. I hated it. The colors were decent, but the the glare. But yeah, I'm excited for you to try it in a spheric lens because I don't think you've ever had the VR experience where you're close to edge clarity. I'm anxious to hear what you think. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
it'll be interesting because I think, I'm not sure what the Pimax AKX has.
I think
Not
those are
bad.
still that weird, like hybrid.
It's like a hybrid, but it's not nearly as bad as the Index.
Yeah, well, the Index, I think.
So we're stopping here. It's not.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll give it a shot here. We'll stop here.
At
Just
6:30 there. Yeah.
make sure none of the other guys. 8:30. It's not Horde night. That's usually what we kind of wait for. All right, are you safe, Daryl? Are you in a good spot? I guess we can finish that up.
I am safe.
Anybody else? Let's see.
Yes.
Mostly the plants don't look. Yeah, I haven't done much. We'll probably be doing some Elite Dangerous. It wouldn't even surprise me if we don't do that on Random Game Wednesday or something at some point. God, I'm ready to get back out and do some more mining. I love that deep core mining. Like we talked about.
It's so much fun. Yeah.
With the frickin' butt kicker. Oh my God, that's awesome.
It is so
Boom.
cool. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Just in a group going out and deep core mining is fun.
Well, and I've got that cutter, that giant elite Imperial ship, and so it's great because the pirates come to get you and you just tear them up. It's awesome.
Tear them up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's basically like just a center base that just launches laser turrets everywhere. So
that's awesome.
I love it.
Joe says the crystal has glare. Do the AR coat the lenses?
Not the crystal. We were talking about Big Screen Beyond, not the crystal.
The big screen one, yeah.
Different. Big Screen Beyond is it's a very small form factor. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. All right, I think that's it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Man, you guys hang out. You guys are troopers, man. Appreciate it. You guys hang out for the duration. Keep an eye out. We are going to have that video with my interview with the CEO of DOF Reality. I'm sure Joe will really enjoy that. And then T-Dub, sorry about making you want a motion platform, but if you like DCS, man, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. So anyhow, Jeff, any closing words?
Get your game on.
Well, yeah, that's always the closing word.
That's the final closing words.
That's always that's usually the final. I meant
other words.
Any other before
work-life balance, work within your budget, and accept the reality that you're now in a really cool VR motion simulator community, and you're just going to spend money for the rest of your life and enjoy every single second of it. Every single second of it. So much fun.
Yeah, definitely. We will likely not be doing any game. Probably won't do a broadcast on this Sunday. Probably for about the next week. We probably won't be back for about a week. And we got some stuff going on we got to take care of, and it's obviously summertime, so it's hard to get everybody together. I know I think Dave was out on his boat today, so it's just hard to get our group together. But we will be back the following week, and we'll probably pick up right from here. At least we hope so. So, Daryl, I know we never let you talk. Anything you want to say?
Nope.
All right, I guess we're good. All right, I guess that's your cue. Jeff, let's hear it. Remember to
get your game on.
That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye.